So anyways, here's game. do a kick, yeah. Apology accepted, thank you. I don't think I was looking for an apology from you, but thank you. Yeah, so I tried to make an outfit really quickly, from what I could do from like stuff I found in booth, based on the main character from this artwork that Zoe made last stream. I might try to like do this better even. I think I maybe can like retexture it a bit and maybe, well, I'm pretty sure for a blazer, I'm gonna have to like model it myself. But for something that's like similar vibes, I think it fits. I started the Firefly theme? Yeah. Alright, so this game. You did, yes. For some reason, the only thing that, when I try to think of the Firefly theme, I'm only thinking of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy theme, and I know that's not right. The fuck is the Firefly theme? Kind of poison more lesbian brains, yes. So, is there... How do we quickly summarize? Hi, Emily! Hi, Emily, how's it going? Thank you for the resub. Yeah, I just checked this out on Tuesday, and holy shit, this game is awesome. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, thank you. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. The confession clipped. Thank you for You're welcome. Saying drugs, eat school, don't do as, or wherever the saying goes. I mean, I think people can do what they want. It looks different. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little different, right? Here, I'll load the game because then we can look at people's profiles and stuff. So we're at the end of chapter 0 of the demo, but this, as Emily mentioned, is an Ace Attorney homage game. Also, no, kind of an homage to Danganronpa. A lot of those vibes too. Wait, where's us here? Here we go. So we're playing a defense attorney named Morgan. We just did a case where we like met with my tail's in a way. Just did a case where we met with a detective, or two detectives. Ray is in London, who had found this person at the scene of a crime with his girlfriend murdered, and they were thinking that this person was some notorious serial killer that they've been tracking. And we did a whole thing. We were able to kind of like dispel that this person was a serial killer and got them. What's the right word terminology here? We got them safe. And then, but it turns out that like, well, we maybe were the murderer. I didn't realize that it actually gave us a thing. Wait, okay, it's a heartbreak. Criminal defense attorney, likes high places, gambling, and guns. Dislikes nosy people, mud, and held phones. Hobby, batting cages. Favorite dish, mapo tofu. Cannot carry a tune. Ow. 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 This is summary. I never understood like games like this put in blood type into character profiles. Blood type is kind of more like popular thing to, or kind of like it's a tendency to like be included in Japanese media. It's not as much like a thing in North America, but I think that's more comes from Japan. Meow. Oh, hey, that slime looked a little better. Weird. Also, no worries, Dorla. Yeah, go get some good sleep. It is believed you can learn part of the personality in Japan. Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's like a version of astrology, effectively. But it's gotten less common since the mid-2000s. Oh, sorry, the mid-aughts. Gamble. A gambler with a system must be, to a lesser or greater extent, insane. Okay. I was actually talking about this in Lumi's server the other day. Interesting. Huh. So adore defense, criminal defense attorney to criminal, defense attorney. Oh my god, wait. Morgan. Criminal defense attorney. Heartbreak. Criminal, oh my, that's very good. That's awesome. Also, so yeah, here she's looking very bored. And then here she has her mask. Weightless. Oh yeah, it doesn't show her weight. Interesting. Good night, Dorella. Okay. So this was like, we're still at the end of chapter 0. This is at the end. We just like got into our office after getting the person successfully defended. Wow. And this is the prosecutor, basically. The prosecutor that would have been going against us. Also our coworker, I guess. This is our Edgeworth right here. And we're about to like chat with him. What does X-Men? I don't know. Let's try this again. This time we'll leave for real. Since we need to keep the joke running. It's time for us to eat. Good night. Thanks for the app session. You're welcome. I'm glad that the app session was okay. I didn't expect it to get so heated, but yeah. Or not heated, but emotional. Scenes are always uplifting in some way, and we enjoy being here every time, especially when our head is a mess. Aww. Thank you. Have a good sleep, pupper. Oh, the city district attorney. Our Edgeworth. And she's a sloppy goofy outside of the courtroom. Although we got a taste for like that she knows her shit and she's a force to be reckoned with already. Gungaga. Okay. So, good night. Good night, Luna. Good night, Dorella. So, this profiling. I think she had just said that... we can look back. We were talking about it. She was just talking about that she was learning how to do profiling recently, because profiling had fallen out of fashion over the last few decades. Oh yeah, this is set in the future. And it's set like very cyberpunky, which is also very cool. So this profiling. It's some kind of investigative technique. In theory, what kind of voice would you give her? In theory, the theory is that the theory is that a crime can tell us something about the nature of the person who committed it. Stabbing, overkill, points to passion, rage, lust. They probably knew their victim. Poison and guns, meanwhile, suggests they can't overpower their victims physically. And then there's the things you can assume about nearly all serial offenders. Childhood trauma, prior criminal record, few or no meaningful attachments. There's a lot of recurring themes in their stories. The detectives say HK doesn't leave evidence. So how much can his crimes possibly tell you? That he's diligent, almost perfect, highly intelligent, painstakingly organized, and with enough criminal connections to get his hands on an untagged firearm. It's rare to hear this animated outside the courtroom. Tired you? It's almost like she's enjoying herself. A sheltered house cat who's picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time. A lone wolf, educated, but all her playfully lethal instincts come to life. Probably overqualified or undervalued. Though I'm not thrilled about the fact that in the metaphor, I would be the... You know what I mean? Oh yeah, definitely! And considering the marksmanship. The detective said the HK would have needed insider information on optics. So does that mean Heartbreak is in law enforcement? Never in 10 billion years. Oh yeah, I guess she's more sleepy than anything. Never in 10 billion years. Oh. Antisocial, independent, despises authority. That'd be like a stallion applying for a job in a merry-go-round. They'd be kicking kids in the head after the first full rotation. Right, that's exactly how I'd put it. There must be some connection to the police, though. Maybe secondary or tertiary? These types can't help but insert themselves. Insert themselves. I don't do anything even resembling that. Wait, if HK's not a cop, how do they know about the blackout timing? Crime meta statistics analysis? Probably. Pardon. Take the emergency response times from across the city and map them out. Look for brief spikes and delays. Chart out the dips and... Sorry, technical, I know. But all the requested data is publicly available. With a map, a spreadsheet, and a calculator. Anyone could reverse engineer the timing if they wanted to. That is such an unpleasant thought, Emma. It's all math. Everything's math. Well, at least this Heartbreak maniac will slow down now that he's lost his weapon. Oh, he didn't lose it. He chose to leave it behind. That tells me he's confident he can do just fine without it. And it just makes me even more certain that these aren't his only kills. Were the other shootings with the same MO? No, not that I found. Other victims that fit the description? No, but I'm not overly focused on the victim's appearance anyway. I mean, these 6 victims all look like each other, but they also look like a lot of people. That's true. Hell, they kind of look like me. They do. They do. Do they? Sure. What, you don't see it? I hadn't thought about it. Brown hair, brown eyes, yeah. Point is, no one can kill that cleanly when it's their first time. Getting things that perfect takes practice. So I know that HK must have had a lot more than 6 occasions to practice Morgan. And that's why I think Heartbreaker is in the misnomer. You've got something catchier in mind? I just don't think shooting them in the heart has any particular significance. If anything, it's a testament to their accuracy and their cold-blooded efficiency. The best possible use of 6 untagged bullets. 6 kills guaranteed no matter what kind of life support mod they were packing. Their real signature isn't the bullets or the gun. It's the perfection. That's hard to wrap your head around. Meow. I'm saying that these 6 murders were just a fluke, a slip-up, a mistake. Exactly, a mistake. They got too clean, too efficient, and now they got the public's attention. It's no wonder they're pissed. Are you talking about the crime scene? Yeah, probably threw the detectives for a loop, right? Based on what you've said, I don't blame them. Whoever trashed that room doesn't seem like the smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary. I don't follow. This was the last bullet, their last shot. The other 5 were perfect. So if anything was out of place this time around, they must have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. You make them sound like a child. Childish and cowardly and two-faced. Someone who hates to lose almost as much as they love to win. Your profile tell you all that? That? No. That part's just... takes one to know one. Huh. So, to summarize, you're looking for a cold-blooded, faceless, perfectionist killer who you think has no persistent MO or victim type. In a city with an 8-digit population. Well, good luck! I don't need luck, I just need more information. Well, I'm sure the city would be happy to provide you with more resources. No, Morgan, I mean I need more crime scenes. Oh. Sad truth is, if Heartbreak walked away today, I'd never catch him. One way my net narrows is if they keep piling on bodies. Yeah, she started saying they, by the way, not he. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not a very fair trade, is it? No, it isn't. But getting screwed over is a given. It's a deal with the devil. Fair enough. Woof! Okay. Oh, she puppy girl. Okay, that rant was pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out more. Or sleep more. I mean, I think she was just info dumping, actually. But, like, it does low-key feel like she's... I'm not sure if she's suspicious of Morgan. I feel like her tone would be different if she was. And I feel like she wouldn't have said that last part if she was. But, like, she needs... Puppy call mention. Or sleep less, but harder. You think a higher threat count would help? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm always happy to listen to you ramble. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face you in the courtroom. Sorry, but that's the adversarial process. No hard feelings, yeah? No hard feelings. We're both just doing what we do. Huh? I could use a cup of coffee. How about you? Don't tempt me. If you fall asleep face first into the table, I won't even take a picture. Okay. Just don't expect this to make a difference next time we see at each other's throats. Our prick won't claim any more victims. In 2 weeks, the media will have moved on to the next sensation. And the police will have moved on to cases they actually stand a chance of closing. It's what people do. But Emma is different. She'll sit aside and work a dozen other cases, never bringing it up. But a private corner of that frustratingly sharp mind of hers will continue to whittle away at it. Never finishing, never quite quitting either. So I can't afford to take my eyes off her. As long as that's the case, I may as well try to enjoy the view. That's the end. Wow, I stopped it right at the end. I thought that conversation... Jesus Christ. Now that you're past episode 0, you're safe with Buggy's gallery. I just don't want you to see in the Morgan comes in blood. Her rival is the only one with big approves. Fair. I mean, this does give me Toxic Yuri vibes, doesn't it? Very, very Toxic Yuri vibes. Android! Which means you're going to be living with my friend for a while. For how long? I'm sorry, I don't know. Toxic Android. There's no need to look that upset over it. My face barely moved. It may as well have been a blatant pout from where I'm sitting. Yeah, like that. This friend of yours, they're trustworthy? Absolutely. In fact, I trust him more than anyone. Hey, come on, it'll be fun. Really? Really. Educational, too. I think you can stand to learn a lot from someone like Morgan. Oh? The Dead's referred to as Toxic Yuri Azotra... Oh, God, this is good. Evil little buggy. Patrick MCF. Pandora's. Yeah, I'm so into this. Wee. Thanks to... And he shall be... Oh, I missed that. Okay, alright, let's do it. Hi, Claire. You're the smartest person I know, Morgan, when it comes to people. I think it's cruel to bring something like that in a product. You're a criminal defense attorney and we're at crimes, and I think I guess what happens next. It's not anything. That wasn't already compromised. Yeah, I see. Twice as many characters, huh? Work hard, and the company will have you set for life and after too. can't tell you how many musicians I've been screwed over by a big scheme. I'm guessing it's like preview for the to be continued, yeah. That's just not a lawyer job thing. You dress like a doorman on the weekends too. Prior to determining fault, determining cause of death is like a breath of fresh air. Wow. Company wheels don't stop spinning for anything. Yeah, I think this is a preview of the characters that are coming up. Alternative, that heartbreak could ever stop themselves from killing. Father said to Yoda, I don't do anything with the goodness of my heart. I'm gonna take the job. Never half-ass it. Yeah. Thank you, Lenwin. Thank you. Welcome back. An idle mind. Okay, so in short, this game is an Ace Attorney-like with the toxic Yuri thing going on, where our main character is well, you ever see Dexter? Our main character is a serial killer. Articles. Oh, this is telling us what we got. Okay, yeah, all the evidence. Cool, congratulations. You finished episode 0 with 31 credit. Let's unlock that content art and bonus scenarios based on your highest score. Ooh, okay. You have a 31 remaining score credit. Found on phone charms. Ah! Wait. Wow. Okay. Yeah, gimme. Should I do the bonus scenarios now or should I wait till later? Everything's a little better, a little easier. Yeah. All the concept art. Shop is in the phone. Do the bonus? Okay, let's do the bonus. Oh. Whoa, interesting. Okay. Sure, let's do it. You want to interview me? It's very flattering, but aren't there more lively folk around here for you to question? I had to consider that, so I'm not your first choice. You're the first one who hasn't walked away. Come to think of it, I should probably... So, what are your 3 sizes? Have you been opening with that? Should I not? Is this Reyes talking? Do you have any pets? Afraid not. I would need 1 or 2. Or 3 promotions to afford that kind of thing. Are pets that expensive? Only if you care about them. Maybe if I found a place closer to the park. Have you ever owned any automated dependents? Not had the chance. Would you own one if you could? Maybe one of the little vacuum ones? Anything more complicated than that is... Okay, yeah. If you find the owner's manual intimidating, there are video-based tutorials I could show you. I'm not worried about the ease of use, don't worry. When I say complicated, I mean... It's like what I said about pets. Find a leave a goldfish in a tiny bowl. Time it takes to swim half a lap, it'll have forgotten what the first half looks like. Not a very tall hierarchy of needs there, easy to please. But a cat, a dog... I don't want to be at work thinking about how bored they're going to be sitting at home. And today, ads are a lot smarter than dogs about most things. That's a very thoughtful perspective, Detective London. It's a moot point anyway. I need to get hit by a city bus to afford any of the new stuff Noble's selling. No, you're thinking of the shelter generation. Sheltered as in sheltered upbringing? Or shelter in place? There's a lot of uncertainty around their childhood. So when they grew up, they wanted surety, safety, stability. Wanted to know what their heat would stay on in the heat would stay on in the winter. And their politics reflected that. But that was all before my time. My generation is a little more, well, Generation Zen. That's what they call us in their think pieces. Hi, Entropy. This is of the devil. Yeah, this is an Ace Attorney like that we checked out on Tuesday. That's very, very cool. I'm just like looking at some bonus stuff before we start the next chapter. But I think this is just like interviews with a couple of the characters that we met already. Which means that we can like hear about the characters. Generation Zen. That's what they call this in their think pieces. even-tempered, mentally strong, and more than a little cynical. You disagree? It wasn't a matter of mindfulness. We just grew up without false expectations. Our vision wasn't clouded with illusions of impossibilities like homeownership. Ah, yes, the illusion of homeownership. Or retirement. Ah, yes, the illusion of retirement. We realized early on that we were working right up until we, well, detective? Unrealistic expectations. Some people call that hope. To see your friends or classmates drowning every day in that kind of mire, and then have to listen to people 3 times their age going about how enlightened today's youth are. Gen Zen. Not a name I'm particularly fond of. A little bit. So how long have you been in law enforcement? Yeah, too long. And how long have you been with the homicide department? Not that long by comparison. Sorry, I don't mean to be overly vague. If you really want to know, I spent the bulk of my career over in arson. Was it different from homicide? Flashier, I'd say. Everyone jokes that homicide solves themselves in a city with this many cameras. Meanwhile, fraud and disinfo is so entrenched in the tech arms race, they barely come up for air. But arson really hasn't changed that much in the modern era. Fire's still good at destroying evidence. You can expect the drone net to sweep into burnt rubble and bring you back out the culprit's fingerprints and driver's license. Does look like John Constantine, kinda, yeah. It's a lot of legwork, a lot of interviewing. Since more than half of the culprits were caught were burners helping Megs commit insurance fraud, we spent a lot of time making friends and enemies in higher-rise corporate boardrooms. Megs? Just slang for mega corporation, which is also slang. At what size does a corporation become mega? It's not really about gross revenue or how many countries you're operating in. If you're big enough to crush people, you're a meg. An apex predator among apex predators. Like the Otodus megalodon of the Miocene epoch. Miocene epoch? Yeah. Hey, that's... Wait, is that where it comes from? Oh, John Constantine? Constantine is a comic book character, but when it usually stands pretty further away from everything. And also was a movie, or had a movie adaptation starring Keanu Reeves. Yeah, DC character. Like Demon Hunter. Think like Supernatural. But Constantine is both brothers, I guess. So why are you working in the homicide department? What's that? Why'd you leave arson? The smoke. Smoke? Just got to the point where I couldn't stand the smell. Oh yeah, I didn't get Megacorp until I used the Megalodon analogy. Yeah, you know, it's really cleared things up for me now. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go through these 4 interviews and then we'll start the main game. So this will let us learn more about the characters you met before. Okay, you can start now that my desktop's censored. For the record, your full name is Fairways. And how is that pronounced? Like how I just said it? Fairways. Oh wow, I got it right. Thank you, Octavia. Thank you. Your birthday is October 19th. And how do you take your coffee? She makes you fetch the coffee? Figures. Wait, let me guess. Counselor Morgan takes her coffee black. No, decaf, like a real psychopath. What's wrong with decaf? Sometimes you don't want the stimulation. What the... Oh, is this that android that we met in where we saw a little scene of? Is that what this is? Decaf, yes. Something with milk. Nice. Wow, that's even worse. And you, detective? With 2 sugars and a bottle of water, now that I got this. Or now that I got this. You mean your eye? When did you have it modded? After I learned I was getting promoted to detective. And before I realized I was getting promoted to homicide. Do you regret it? No. Would have wanted it for work eventually. If it takes me a while longer to pay it off than I expected. Well, I'm hardly the person in my age, only person my age walking around with their debt socketed to them. The answer is me. I don't drink decaf. Hence, no decaf. No decaf. I used to never drink decaf. I only started drinking decaf now if it's like too close to when I've taken my ADHD meds. Normally my go-to would be like an iced hazelnut latte would be my favorite, but often that's just a regular latte, like an iced latte with oat milk. Oh yeah, no, like if it wasn't for the ADHD meds, I would still be like needing a lot of caffeine, because I would love to go get a coffee or make my own coffee every morning. Do my own like espresso shot pull. Never really got really good at steaming milk, so I never bothered. And the thing that like made me stop is that like if I take caffeine too close to when I take my ADHD meds, I think the acidity of the coffee can kind of break down the meds before they start working, and I actually will get like caffeine jitters if I take it too close in time. So I think it can, and that like it can make it less effective. In the same way that like you usually don't want to like drink something like orange juice with your ADHD meds, because the acidity of the orange juice will reduce the efficiency of it. So you want to like at least have some time span between. Caffeine, the same thing. But my God, I miss it. I miss having morning coffee every morning. Formic acid is a billion times more acidic than coffee orange juice, right? It is. Maybe more of a zombie, according to my doctor. Oh. What is it exactly? Is it not just the acidity, but... Wait, why did I search coffee and orange juice? It's not what I would just search for. I think it's mainly the acidity that you don't want to take it for. God, if I'm messaging for coffee, oh my God. My likes. Pretty broad ass, don't you think? In that case, perhaps you'd find it easier to describe your dislikes. Small plates. Oh. I hate that dinner by 1,000 cuts shit. I see. And I dislike cheap people. And liars. And lawyers. Lawyers. They're smug, prideful. They bill by the minute, greed personified. Like their time is so goddamn important. And they're annoying and pale and smug. Should I put down smug twice? Oh, wait. And yeah, I was just thinking about that. That like, wait a minute. Is this where these profiles come from? Oh, yeah. Actually, this is where the profiles come from. Oh. Sort of. I don't think these things came up. I'm switching my name on here to Nodicraft, but still by Zoe to all, yeah. For what it's worth, just to avoid confusion. Okay. Got it. You changed your name to 6. You did, actually. Yeah, I will. If you want me to stop, if you want me to start calling you Nodia, I can do that too. But I can remember Zoe. People didn't seem to have a hard time adjusting our name change. I did a tiny bit at the beginning. I don't know why. I think it's like I think there was at least a couple times I messed up. But after a while, no. Not that hard to change. So what do you like, detective? Do you have hobbies or areas of interest? Well, automotive history, maybe. Oh, could you say more about that? I am officially Big Wolf Business Lady. Got it. Suki's still a good girl. Thank you. Thank you. I did my best. Puppy. I guess I could talk about it a little bit. The following section has been altered from its original format. It's been edited for time. Awkward, which is supposedly be a luxury version of the pickup truck, as if there is a market for that. It's so stupid. I love it. And it's a chrome, a purplish, bluish, chromish color. The copyright was so intense that just mixing in the paint was illegal for naturally aspirated. Can you imagine? Look, sparkle, sparkle. Do you want to beat the puppy allegations? I see. Do you own a car yourself? You're joking, right? I'd rather eat an asphalt than buy an EV with my hard-earned money. Following sections also been altered. It has been edited for time. Strong language. 4 rotors and a computer chip. That's not engineering. That's barely even programming. As if acceleration was all that mattered. Any race longer than 2 seconds and simulated engine noise. And engine. Who in their right mind? I believe that fills out your dislike section. So, what is your favorite drink? Hi, Renetta. Thank you. Thank you. Dark and Stormy's pretty good. How do you make that? Ginger beer, rum, and a lot of lime juice. You putting together a recipe book or something? Who is your hero? Well, that one's easy. Detective Quasm London, of course. Oh. Should I relay your sentiments to him? I'm sure he'd love to hear them. Somehow I doubt that you'd get the tone right. Very well. In that case, what are your 3 sizes? My what? The measurements of your bust, waist, and I'm not telling you that. Where the hell are you getting these questions from? I designed my interview process to extract all the kinds of same kinds of facts that are most commonly listed online. On what website? Open source collaborative community-focused databases. Like feedpics.com. You mean a wiki? Would you prefer to skip this question? Tell you what. If you can find a single person who does answer that question, I'll give you mine down to the millimeter. No, don't. That's right. Okay. Carlos time. There is my real name, but it's because there's a 4,000 follower channel, someone named you can call Nexo. I don't want that channel and me getting mixed up. Oh, dang it, that is close. And then, oh, you just made the name change. Okay, Nerdy Craft. Zoe is a cool name. Okay, I'll keep calling you Zoe. Oh my god, I'm dissociating here. I know nothing about cars and in fact hate them. Oh. So is this like an off-boarding thing, an exit interview? Yes, it is like that. Oh, well, that's sweet of Morgan. Still worrying about me? How'd she know I'd be here? She didn't. Why are you here? Oh, hoping to get some of my shit. It's just some of my stuff that the police collected as evidence. Don't tell Morgan that, by the way. Is there something embarrassing among what they seized? No, it's just, I'm guessing as my lawyer, she's still my lawyer? Well, as a lawyer, I should probably know the exact right form to get the stuff back, but it's okay. I want to do it myself. Why is that? Conquer my fears, maybe? Last time I came here, I was dragged in, strong-armed. Everything was going so fast, I barely spoke. I didn't stand up for myself. If I had been able to stop and think about things through clearly, well, I could have never done what Morgan did, but maybe I wouldn't have got myself dug so deep. It must have been very upsetting, being accused of something so terrible. I'm sure you reacted just as well as anyone could have expected to. Thanks. I think. My arm? No, it's not back yet. At this point, might be better to better off getting an upgrade rather than waiting for my current model to get fixed. Is that allowed? Yeah, it is. Can't downgrade, can't trade in, can't opt out. But Hindi will let me upgrade at any time. Do you ever regret it? Getting modded? Sometimes. But I have a lot of regrets. Compared to some of them, buyer's remorses. How do you deal with your buyer's remorse? Lately, I've been lying face down on the floor and exhaling. Just for 30 seconds. I count to 30. Oh, his little smile here. Oh, he's precious. What's your nickname on Twitch? And do you feel better afterwards? Yeah. Such a mood. I mean, I've seen the protests, but I've never... There's a lot of pain in being a modder. Makes sense that people would have loud opinions, wanted them heard. But we all made a choice. I'll sign the papers. I guess that's just it, huh? Not all of us made the choice ourselves. I got modded to help my career. Didn't need to get modded, but a lot of people did and do. There was this guy, worked as this 1 quarter. Probably a vet, but definitely didn't want to talk about it, so none of us asked. Good coworker, very gung-ho, cheery in a muscle-heady kind of way. It's a physical job, so there's no slouches, but he wasn't just fit, he was cut and handsome. God. So when he kept showing up for work with more and more mods, all of them cosmetic, I didn't get it. Hi, Liza. What's he missing? What's a guy like that want to change about himself? Could have offered full-time at the end of the contract, but he said he needed something that paid better. Turns out he'd blown every paycheck at elective surgeons. Halloman in HR said he had given his insurance info to 6 different clinics in a span of 4 weeks. Yeah, that was sounding very gay. Carlos is so screwed over, by the way. He can't work without his arm, and his girlfriend's dead. Yeah, no, fuck it. I feel so bad for this guy. Yeah, his girlfriend is dead. He can't work without his arm. Like, he got his arm modded, and he was struggling with it, and like it was like hurting him. He wasn't adjusting well to it. He got it for his job, and then it like failed on him, and so he's been out of work because he doesn't have both arms, and he's just like not able to work and is waiting for repairs because the repair is taking too long because he couldn't go to just like any repair shop. He had to go to the insurance mandated repair shop, which had a long wait time. So yeah, he's pretty fucked over. Like, and I remember him talking about in episode 0 that like there being a chance that the company might just fire him because he hasn't been able to work for a while. Oh, I think now than ever, more so, the enemy is capitalism. The enemy is always capitalism. Fun fact. Choose Cyberpunk Dystopia, waiting for your cool robot arm to finish repairs. Yeah. Word is, he wasn't even using the pain pills. Sold them to some of the survivors for extra cash. That's the worst I've seen it. Grafting runaway or plastophilia or whatever they're calling it now. But it's not the only time I've seen it. It's not like there's no incentive for it. Because there are plenty of megs out there that see people hurting like that and think, oh, there's an ideal worker. But capitalism, ooh woo. The enemy is always capitalism. Brandon Lee Mulligan. Yes. So you work for Morgan and you're... Wow. Lars must make more money than I realized. Wait, are you here to give me the bill? How much do I owe you? You don't owe her anything. Her services were paid for by the state. And I happen to be forbidden from handling any kind of financials due to an ongoing dispute about what constitutes essential office supplies. I hear ya. Diana's always a money run. Pretty strict, actually. Unless she saw a fidget tubby on the shelf. You could see her eyes light up. Could hear her huffing like she just won the lottery. They're ugly, cute, babe. And I would say, well, you're cute, babe. Believe it or not. She thought that was pretty suave. Aww. Aww. Yeah, that's a joke. Morgan's an Nth Circle, and even now you can tell capitalism is the real villain. Yeah. Yeah, like, Morgan might kill people, but like, God, capitalism? You're going to interview me here? You did say I need to practice asking better questions, but right now? Because you said the police would be making us wait so they feel more important for the next 20 minutes. Is there some more productive way we could spend that time? Yeah, it's plenty of napping. For 20 minutes. In the lobby of police precinct. I can fall asleep anywhere. It's one of my many hidden talents. That's true. It's true. It's right in your profile. Look at this. Where are you? There we go. Can fall asleep in any position. Right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did hear that Brenda Lee Mulligan is leaving Dropout to focus on making shoes for American girl dogs. Yeah. Sorry, dolls. Although, American girl dogs probably also need shoes. Just exact words, but you remember someone saying sci-fi is a critique of the present, and it really stuck with us. Yeah. Okay, that small, not necessarily pet peeve, but like small comment on that. Because people always mention or say some level of like, oh, you know, like insert media here, the dystopian future, and like, oh, look, we're like going right through this, like 1984 or whatever. Like they're taking like dystopian media as like wow, people saw this and were like, yes, we should do that. But it's not like these media predicted the future, or it's not like it's that the media, like, these were problems that were present there, and a lot of sci-fi is projecting how these things continue to be problems or evolve into even worse problems in the future. I could use new flats. You might have actually got sent to buy the fuck capitalism shirt. They asked me where I got it, and I said they wanted one. Oh, nice, thank you. Cool. Finally, we created the Torment Nexus from the book. Don't make the Torment Nexus. Yeah, sci-fi especially is a criticism of the present. I can fall asleep anywhere. It's one of my many hidden talents. You're gonna write all this down? Could you start with your full name and for the record? Morgan. And your first name? You should know by now that no one calls you by my first name. Oh, that's her last name. Interesting. That's something you have control over. I wouldn't want to force the issue. How long has that been the case? As long as I care to remember. Then what did your parents call you? The tumor. That was a joke. Oh. Maybe we should have started you off with someone a little more your speed. Who better to start than with you? Someone who likes talking with themselves. You seem to talk about yourself as much as anyone else does. Or more. I tell people things about myself. It's different. Y'all will learn that capitalism's world is even more fucked the further we go. I cannot wait. Show The Expanse is my favorite series. I need to watch more of The Expanse. It's a very believable job of showing both progress and the persistence of human tribalism. Because you're lying. Now you're getting it. It's not very polite to lie. On the contrary, telling the truth is usually rude. I'm not sure that your clients would appreciate that sentiment. Oh, we're not talking about our clients, we're talking about manners. We were supposed to be talking about you. Look, the sooner you learn this, the better. When people ask you how you are, what you've been up to, they're not looking for anything nearly as so heavy as the truth. They're just following the template, and the polite thing to do. It's for you to follow the template as well. Here, let's practice. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Way too late. The whole point is to be on autopilot. Now you're forced to grab the wheel, check the mirrors, and no one's ever grateful for the extra workload. You can be very cynical about these kind of things at times. I'm just trying to teach. I'm just trying to tell you that people are fundamentally lazy. So, if you want to be a social butterfly like me, try not to make them work too hard. Fundamentally lazy. Do you think people are fundamentally good too? Obviously. If they weren't, they wouldn't be so easy to trick. So are you planning on answering any of my questions about yourself? I've still got time to kill. Fire away. Will you be honest? I wouldn't want to be rude. When is your birthday? Wait, you're not trying to guess my passwords, are you? I would never commit identity fraud. Not the worst way of going about it, actually. December 26th. 26th, that's almost Christmas. But almost Christmas means it's not Christmas. Your insights are always so original. Yeah, can you believe it? It's almost not Christmas. Did you receive your present on your birthday or on Christmas? What do you mean? Did you not celebrate Christmas in your family? We did. So, did your parents give you presents on the 25th or the 26th? Well, I got Christmas presents on Christmas, and I got birthday presents on my birthday. Obviously. Are all your questions going to be this strange? What is your favorite color? Are all of your questions going to be this juvenile? If you prefer something weightier, do you volunteer? No. Do you donate? Yes. What causes do you donate towards? Endangered wildlife. What's with the face? It's on auto renewal. I just haven't canceled yet. Oh, there's a question every year. You mentioned a mentor figure before. No way I ever call her a mentor. A busybody, maybe? World record holder for billable hours spent under influence, maybe? Or just, you know, the cougar from hell. She had a rubber off of me. Oh, she had rubbed off of me in any way. I'd have hives. I see. Is she a smoker? Lastly, do you know your 3 sizes? Oh, I do. Would you tell me? That's private. You value your privacy very highly, don't you? More like everyone else doesn't value it enough. What is rising? World's getting smaller, literally. Less is real estate to go around. And everything's connected to everything else. These days, just wanting some time or space to yourself is considered selfish or worse. Only the guilty have something to hide. I don't like that phrase. Laws like the Mob Act have made it so anonymity and privacy are luxuries. Privileges reserved for the privileged. And if anyone below that tax bracket tries to claw away at a little bit of it for themselves, well, it can only be because they're guilty, right? That's why you became a criminal defense attorney. To defend people's innocence. That's private. They did the thing. Oh my god, they did the thing. She's hot. I can fix her. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. A specific reference for Phoenix, right? Okay. We can ad break in a minute. 5 minutes, so I'm gonna BRB. Yeah. Now we can start the actual game. You ready? You're back. No, I'm back. I was just finishing a some tuna on a vegan tuna on a bread. But hi, thank you for the raid. Hi Avenel. Hi everybody.
Yes.
I hope you had a good stream. Why do I have 2 Alice tabs? 2. Why do I have 2 Alice tabs? But whose phone? Wait. All these different raid messages. Hi you all. I hope you had a lovely stream. What are you up to? What are you chatting about? Vegan tuna is really good, actually. Like, that's one of the things that I never would have thought that... before going vegan, I would have assumed, like, oh yeah, no, tuna's... How would you do tuna? But, like, canned vegan tuna actually works really well. And for, like, how good, like, vegan fish works, it depends on, like, the brand. Tuna I've had good experiences with. I've had good experiences with salmon too, believe it or not, but only in specific contexts. Like, it really depends. But I know there was one company. Well, okay, was it good? It was like okay, maybe not fantastic, but there was one company who did like a sashimi salmon type thing that was vegan. That like for making homemade like salmon rolls worked pretty good. He used to mix it with rice, and it would be a great way to stay full at work. But yeah, like anything, it depends. You can get good stuff and you get bad stuff. Oh, there was a place near me, like, that closed down a bit over a year ago that would do a really good vegan fish and chips. Like really good. And that place, unfortunately, went out of business a year ago, and the only other place in my city that would have done that vegan fish and chips also went out of business. So now I just don't have any vegan fish and chips anymore. That's feeling kind of icky. Oh, okay, yeah. You go relax. I hope you feel better. Thank you for the raid. I go rest and all that. But yeah, a lot of times it matters. Like the brand, some brands might be better, some brands might be worse. It matters a lot what you do with it. But it can be really good. For everybody who came in, who's sticking by from the raid, we are playing this game called Of the Devil, which is a Phoenix Wright-like. That is very cool. And we're just in time for episode 1, so... Yeah, right. You can choose to play episode 1 in high roller mode. In high roller mode, you're limited to 1 save slot, and you won't be able to reload your saves while inside the courtroom. Ooh. Quick saving and auto saves disabled as well. Wow. Oh, I can buy stuff here. Oh. Oh shit. I guess I just wanted to see it more. Okay, that's cute. Charmless. Okay, that's you get back without charm. Phone case, rose gold phone case. Okay, we have 25 left. Let's go, Sarah. Set a sec. Emma, deep in thought. Oh, for playing on the demo. What's one we have? Should I just go all in on the rose gold phone case? Like, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. We have 5 left. We can save up more, maybe. Yeah, rose gold. Okay. Write down names ever. My name is Remy. Okay. I actually don't write down. I don't think I've ever like written down people's names, but like over time, I end up remembering people's names if I can. Like Raid, by the way, there's a really good charm for being high roller. Should we try? Quick saving auto saves will be disabled as well. Minimum ante for hands will be increased. Minimum and maximum penalties for answering incorrectly during trial gameplay will be increased. But the maximum ante will be increased as well, allowing you to earn the largest possible high score. Exclusive form turn that can't be earned any other way. You can turn on high roller mode off at any time in settings, but in order to turn it back on, you would have to restart this episode. Tend to encourage risk-taking and discourage save scumming. Consider enabling it if you want to pursue this mystery like a true gambler. You gonna tempt me with the true gambler? For the perfectionist. I am a perfectionist, but I mean, I think I'm gonna do high roller then. Let's do it. Let's play hard mode. Let's go gambling! Welcome to the high roller tables. Enjoy the thrill. Disable the tutorials. You can turn it back on in the settings. I think. No, you can keep them on maybe. Good reminder, maybe, possibly. Wow. Listen. Listen, I wanted to thank you for coming over. Figures you'd notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You're the first person to say anything. What happened? The police came to see me. In public? No. They wanted to be considerate of my privacy. That's a first. They wanted to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts and yours. I told them I didn't know anything. They must have loved that. Funny. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably cursed them out. Yeah, I could see that. Is there anything else you want to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return? No favors lost between friends, I say. Sounds like a toast. Why not? Two friends. I'll raise a glass to that. I'll raise a glass to that. Glass him. Oh, glass him. Vandalism detected. Incident logged. Oh. Recorded at 8:55 a.m. local time. Geopositional data encoded. Stop, you have violated the law. If I could have all citizens in the area. Fuck off, Copper. Visuals impaired. Facial recognition compromised. Pinging nearby opt-ins for corroborating evidence. Hey! He's lighting up every phone in the block. We need to go now, or what? He'll use his indoor voice, or we'll have us pinned down to our dental records before you can say we're fucked. Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. You do something nice new with your uniform? Good morning to you too, Morgan citizen. To answer your question, no, I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for... Oh no, I've got it. Must be the new coat of paint. You're referring to the active vandalization that just took place. Only the most recent one. Super Cop over here has a new den every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty. Scan the street for jaywalkers and loiterers. Don't worry, madame, or ma'am. The report has been filed and the police are working to resolve the situation. Civil disobedience at this time of day. What's the world coming to? They're just stragglers, ma'am. There was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting and demonstration without a permit. Well, I hope you threw the book at them. The disturbance was handled, but the individual instances of volatility, Jesus, my reading, may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend the outside actors. Thanks for the forecast. So, does the bleeding stop on its own? Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just leakage of oxidizing fluid. Oh, my mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it. The leakage will dry shortly. With that conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the next signal to cross. Then focus my eyes and dull my hearing, sinking beneath the hum of the city street. And fading through the lives of the bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with a worn hand and an ill-fitting belt turns to a gorilla-like hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth. Yo, 5061! The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns to him. We're going on break. The robot tilts his head to the side. Can't work the plier without the Schwinn up on this roof, so... I don't know, take the load off, will ya? Understood, came the over-enunciated reply. The man, already walking away, tosses a dismissive wave behind him. Yeah, understood. A moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular. Goddamn coppers on every street. At a bus stop, what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station. A passionate young man that voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear. They declared martial law when I wasn't looking. Small woman beside him was trying hard to appear even smaller, shifts in her seat. Well, they're just doing their jobs, so... Bots don't have jobs, since the ones they stole from us. Notice that they don't even patrol nearly so heavily uptown, even on the worst days. His audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pole as him, shuffles, coughs, and stares even harder at their phones. The woman looks to her knees and pulls at her shirt. You're kind of embarrassing me right now. He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate that he stepped off his soapbox, and the shoulders of everyone around him relaxed a centimeter. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, let's see what... Copper. A derogatory word for automated dependents, particularly the ones licensed by or operating under the authority of the state. Interested parties in the automated dependent industries have, on more than one occasion, lobbied for copper and other terms like it, clinker, chromodrome, microchip breath, to be classified as hate speech, arguing that anti-mechanical sentiment constitutes an expression of prejudice. Were it considered a form of hate speech, incidents of destruction of corporate property, where such terms were used in prior communication, would qualify for additional severity and higher fines. Wait. Incidents of destruction of corporate property, such terms were used in prior communication, would qualify for additional severity and higher fines paid toward the diminished party. Under all but the most radical interpretations of hate speech law, however, prejudice can only be directed towards sentient living things, people, animals, or corporations. If you feel that a corporation you know has been the victim of a hate crime, you can report it at our confidential portal here. Goodness, what is the corporation gonna do? What's the world come to that? And even though it doesn't have as much hate speech protections. For the corporations. Oh, no, that's just a woman just with exhausted expression in her eyes, sighs at the hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm. Oh, here, mod. I see, I got it, okay. While a rounded, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Ellen, walk around the block. Get us some air, would you? Apparently this call can't wait. It's louder than the garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am. I'd be glad to. Android punctuates the sentence with a sound halfway between a word and a purr, which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seemed to have been received well. Robots, holograms, androids, drones, coppers, if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze at a city without a dozen different ads offering a handkerchief. There's a vocal minority that think that they're a downfall civilization, but for everyone else... You're too kind, ma'am. Thank you for your concern. It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. Crosswalk's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah? Have a good day, Morgan citizen. Bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing into people moving in click-clacking harmony, all smooth as clockwork. Were I in a worse mood, it would all be a bit much. But I went out last night. Yeah, you did. So I'm feeling pretty refreshed this morning. Oh, God. As I reach the other end of the street, I pivot slightly and give Automated Dependent Assistant Officer L30 my best impression of a salute. Thank you for your service. And of course, he creaks out a mirrored response. No sense of sarcasm, the poor bastard. I didn't come all this way to downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human history. No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm going to buy a gun. Yep. Oh my god. I don't mind. No staff around, but all the lights are on. Should I have not? Sup? Desk personality setting 6, the cool one. Yeah, let me know if I can help you with anything. Probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. Oh, I bet you can. I recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? Business or pleasure? Neither. May I ask why you're looking for a carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know, assault with deadly weapon, cruel intent, that kind of thing. Some of my clients live in very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to lower wards for house assessments can be... I see, you're a lawyer. I guess you could say I'm in the market for self-defense. Well, we have a wide selection of options for self-defense, and a variety of sizes and calibers with a spread in PA fire options available. My bad. PA stands for pseudo-automatic. I know. But for Oh, I'm blocking. Ow. We're blocking down here more. That. Oh, wait. Yeah, the hologram does look like Anna. Mm-hmm. Hi, Mika. Do not say that in a gun shop. You'll be thrown out before you're done with your sentence. Yeah. But for concealed, it had to be at least small enough to... This would be a lot faster if I could just tell the desk what I want. Our one save slot. High roller mode. I'm gonna be patient. But walking in here and asking for a very specific model gun is gun nut behavior. I'm not trying to stand out. Some of the ones I test fired at the range left my shoulders sore for days. Do you have anything more discreet? Yeah, right. No problem. Electromagnetic pulse models feature minimal kickback with the highest accuracy. One targeted pulse of electricity can disable attackers in medium to short range, non-lethally and quiet. Yeah, sure, they're plenty quiet. But they also have piss poor range, and even sustained fire won't do shit for any modder with insulation less than a few years old. Glorified chasers, barely suitable as a party favors for anxiety-stricken college kids. Well, hopefully not too quiet. I'd want someone to come running to my rescue. Oh, of course. Would you like to take a look at our mag rails? Bullseye. We're proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest miniaturized ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force, which slings a slug fast enough to mist a blimp at over 30 meters. Slang term meaning to shoot or to kill, originated from the blood spray produced when the modern firearms projectiles makes contact with living tissue. And it's safe? Of course, ma'am. My bad. Two-factor safeties with GPS and emergency services sync. It won't go off unless you want it to, and someone will definitely come running. All those convenient safety features makes it incredibly easy for the police, or anyone who can dupe their tool set, to lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. You couldn't walk a piece like that to a single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. But the worst, very worst, most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect. How do we get started? Why does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Mercifully, it's tucked away itself while the fabricators get the gun tag. Got time to kill, so is there anything worth checking out around the shop? Oh, well. Presuming you have magic powers, I don't have mystical powers. Well, I've been trying to fill up my skill tree, but I mean, like I mentioned in the video, I haven't been able to get Hellbeam unlock. I don't really know where to get that. So, working on it. Yeesh, would it kill you to clean up a little bit? I guess a desk kindly asking customers not to litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay to someone to sweep it up. Wait, is this trash? This flyer, it's scannable? Stagnancy theory, really? They got a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here. The Stagnant World, a modern man's plateau. Renowned net philosopher Corbin Cawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in his controversial and groundbreaking seminar. Ow. Ow. Sprawled out wolf. Uh-huh. I'm not that messy. I'm not... Am No, I never... Shit, I was supposed to get it unlocked at the beginning with my egg? Oh, no. Oh, I might have screwed up. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark. Now it feels like the pipe dream we've used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, of artisans crafting virtual wonders that made the confines of our own world... own reality seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all their time and effort kicking the can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search engine optimization and customer experience design. Fuck. The middle class, eaten alive by the rich they prop up, can no longer afford the very products they helped create. Without mass consumer demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and as powerful as possible. Stagnant waters, only parasites and disease grow aplenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. Gosh. I have the ability to sprout eldritch tentacles. You have the ability to sprout eldritch tentacles, make an unspeakable horror to the transphobes? A person with empathy. Well, that part that part Also, hi Delta the Android. Welcome in. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Or state honeypot if you want to be paranoid. They better burn this shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. In one situation where a wolf with arms and legs akimbo makes things tidier, Alice. Now, a situation where a wolf with arms and legs akimbo makes things more interesting. I mean, I can keep things a little interesting. That last perk got me 5 years in an asylum. The power of toxic fury, Ace Attorney driving me here. I know, and I'm so for it. I hate these kind of screens. Gotta look at them with your nose turned up or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know, they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with these sort of things. I can skim the headlines at least. Why the 12/6 work week gives us more free time than ever. Why the 12/6 work week gives us more free time? Sorry, is that 12 hours a day, 6 days a week of work? Is that what this is? Gives us more free time than ever. As a content creator who effectively does work near that level, no, it doesn't give you more free time. That's not... Hell State, Hell State, Hell State! I'm 14 and I tried dating a smart UI. It made me the happiest I've ever been. Morgan the serial killer is less evil than capitalism. How term limits are anti-democracy. Oh, Jesus Christ. When did this come out? When did this come out? Came out recently, didn't it? They just get worse. They just get worse. Yeah. Okay. These other games were written after November. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god. Woof. Woof. Transfusions from worm android save soldier's life. Interesting. That's one hell of a headline. The Animate 16 wasn't selling so well before. I'm sure by now it is. The Animate 16 is the latest android produced by Noble Electronics, and we think it's the greatest machine that the world has ever seen. Boasting a battery life of over 154 hours with patented soft touch digitation, remarkable tenderness and sensitivity, and the uncanny charm we've come to expect from us, we're sure that the Animate 16 will be the best purchase you can make this year, and you'll never want to go back out in the cold. Also, I forgot automated dependent, referred to in common ad conversation as ad or ads. Ads are present both digitally and physically in every industry and nation on the planet, existing in everything from data management to physical labor. Mid-21st century, lobbyists pushed for a new tax classification to define intelligent machines that were neither salaried employees nor mere equipment. Because it afforded tax breaks and later tariffs, the term became so commonly used that it spread to all branches of the robotics industry, from which point it began to penetrate into everyday speech and pop culture. Sociologists argue that the term owes its popularity not to simply to its brevity and prevalence, but its ability to draw a distinction between the commonplace robots, androids, smart UIs, and the internationally illegal artificial intelligences. Searching for this term may incur an account flag. Interesting. Searching. Aha. Someone left a data pad here. What's the news today? Lobo threatens Tetra with ransomware vulgarity. The internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a cache of vital Keystone data files belonging to the Tetra Metallics Group, according to a press release from the mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivist, radical, conservationist, and gentleman thief made clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owners at severe cost. Though the posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports, Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language it contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to the loose network of rogue data harbors. In addition to sizable monetary ransom, Lobo put out a list of demands that spanned pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metal deposits around the equator. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Lobo's captured data impacted only their billing services, but insisted that the corporation could not in good faith resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for rare earth metals surged following the hacking attack as supply halted and demand rose, stoked with the memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. A spokesperson for Mining is Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Lobo's repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Whoa there, looks like you're not logged in. Want to clear that real quick? Every time, everyone. Oh yeah, no worries. I didn't actually see. Lobo again, or someone using their name. Oh yeah, that goes in there, yeah. But it doesn't matter if they're the original or not, so long as they're a genuine threat. No one could snare corporations such as Tetra without serious skills. It doesn't consist with Lobo's politics. Making demands for de-escalation. That's first time Lobo's voice to displeasure with the decades-old simmer of conflict around these top topics. But unless the rare earth metals powering all the batteries and fueling all the pretty little androids are suddenly made a lot less rare overnight, I doubt the state will stop taking an interest in those regions' politics anytime soon. Another term? Oh. The big bag. Oh, we tried to process your request, but Lobo beat our ass till we got ragdolled. Big Bag Wolf is here. You are welcome. For clearing out this cache of your slow slop before it could clog your brain's arteries any further. To whatever dumbass dishwater script kitty they yelled at to come fix this, a word or advice from your superior. I own that password suggestion algorithm. Want to re-secure? Try this. Relax your shoulders, stand up from your desk, take a deep breath, and then firebomb your own servers. Literally cheaper for you at this point. For the rest of your slack-jawed screen lobotomies looking for a little excitement in their search history, find a pig and rip their throat out. That'll teach you how to run with the wolf. Lobo is king. Wow. Mad Wolf mentioned. Hi, Willow. Yeah, I like Lobo. Cut spunk. Okay, I think that's it for things to look at. As far as I can tell. Okay. I'm feeling particularly uncurious. I could always just stare at the ceiling until my purchase is complete. Wait, what? Somewhere to see, I'd wager. Really? Okay. Oh. Did not let me show. Okay. Good email saying, you got into the disco playtest? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, that's really cool. There's some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put on any channel with content more political than the smiling micro apartment flippers. But this is a gun store after all. Power is always political. Wait, how long has that been? Shouldn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. I'm sorry, but we've received a breaking news story. We're seeking confirmation and yes, we have it confirmed. They've hit the lead programmer at Novel Electronics and a famed designer of the Turing solution, Dr. David Asher, has passed. Oh, okay. What? Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management system, along with the Animate series of androids. Must be some kind of corporate propaganda tactic, or no, they wouldn't take the risk. Fake news? But why? Perhaps best known for his breakthrough in the fields of machine learning and language. Misinformation, maybe? Trying to... Authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Asher is dead? Including the popular Desk series of smart UIs. That's very sad. I didn't ask. Sorry, I just... Commands only. Understood. Will you be paying cash or with cash or credit? Debit. Wow. You heard that? I wasn't sure if I should actually make that joke, but I thought maybe I could just put in like a small little bit of it. The gun was light, lighter than I expected. A real gun should always be heavy, greater than the sum of its parts. That's one of the things I like about them. Their weight. Like they're anchoring the world around them. Like they're a fixed point in time. Like everything else is just a relative to them, either closer or further to the end. I would have liked something heavier during that walk back to my apartment. I would like to have something to feel far away from. Didn't realize I was home until my hand was on the door. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Fumbling my pocket for my lighter. Golden, polished, tastefully ergonomic, and fine and expensive. And a good lighter. It was a good gift. I kept the card, didn't I? Here it is. To the only smoker in my life. I know gold's a bit much for your personal style, but they don't make a lot of these anymore. Believe it or not, the only other people who share your vice for are stuffy old men with bad and expensive taste. Hope we can manage to get some use out of it anyway. Your friend, David. The news might have more information by now. Or not. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble. Auto-edited montages. Fitting quotes, or fleeting quotes. Alright. Okay, interesting. David Asher was a renowned computer scientist, a user experience designer, industry leader, philanthropist, and lead programmer. He first received worldwide recognition for his postgraduate thesis on intelligent pragmatic linguistic weighting, a body of work which could come to be known as the Turing solution. Though he retained... Why is this highlighted? ED for the rest of his life was... retained the original patent on the Turing solution for the rest of his life. He was famously litigious. By most industry experts' estimates, the Turing solution exists in some form in 92% of active automated dependent code sources. David Asher's philanthropic efforts and invaluable skills placed him at the front and center of Noble Electronics' public image. Many considered him to be the unofficial face of the company, and private life graced the tabloids and gossip sections of the net on many occasions. Issues received an unusually large number of edits, such edits in the last 44 minutes. Dissemination of disinformation is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Spreading conspiracy theories about public figures is a violation of our terms of service. Wait, so... Oh, I see. So these were edits. Got it. Right, so this is... Though he retains the original patent. So this was like editing it from being in present tense to past tense. I see. Oh, that was David. Oh. Interesting. Oh, this is different now. Criminal, defense attorney. Lakes, trigonometry, rooftops, and bonfires. Dislikes sunburn, bathes, karaoke. Exercise-based swimming. Hidden talent is baking. Body count. You cannot ask someone that. Sense of humor unique. Shampoo expensive. Eyeglasses, custom frames. Gender non-conforming. We love David. Gender fuckery. I love it. Reactions to the news from every micro-celebrity under the sun. Their raw, authentic emotion brought to you live from all car seats and bathroom mirrors of the world. But there's nothing but his death. Not even a time window. Did he die this morning? Was he found dead in his bed? Has he been dead for days while Noble's just been waiting for the right time to let it leak? Or did he die last night while I was out screwing around? A phone call. Better not be work-related. I'm not in the right mood. I unintentionally referenced a body count pic in an old doodle of her. Oh, quote, in an old doodle of her. Oh, cool. Morgan, yeah, thanks for picking up so fast. She's Jessica Starling, who asked me to call her. Hi, Jess. Listen, I need you to... I've already seen the news. What? Of course you have. Duh. Sorry, I didn't tell you sooner. I just... With the company and other people and all, they like... What I mean is, if it were up to me, if it would have the first call I made. For a decision like that to be David's assistant, but 1,000 other Noble employees above her on the ladder would have had to get axed, but... It's alright, Jess. No one ever really knows what to do with these kinds of things. Still, I'm sorry I had to hear it from the stream, Chiron. What difference does it make how the information gets to me? I could have stumbled upon his corpse myself and I would feel most of the same. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to call anyway. Yeah. If I want more information, she's the best source I'm gonna get. Maybe for weeks. to ask at a time like this? I'm supposed to express denial first, but she's probably short of time. I don't feel like following the playbook to the letter right now. Can you tell me what happened? The police, they think that he took something. Suicide? And the police are already involved? They say it was some kind of poison or... Oh god. Almost got a lot of weight to bludgeon the state with, especially in this city. I would think they'd keep the police at arm's length for at least a few days. Listen, Morgan, I need to ask something of you. Of course, Jess. Whatever you need. Whatever you need? A bit much, but she's grieving. This is just how people talk. It's not like my day was really salvageable anyway. I'd like to bring you here. Up here, to David's place. What do you mean? There's something I have to give you. You're not handling his will already, are you? The police are involved. It'll be a while before... No, sorry. It's not like that. Before he... No, please, don't hold back on my account. David asked me to get this into your hands. It wasn't work-related, but he asked me. I know I'm asking a lot here, but since it turned out to be the last thing he ever asked me to do, I'd like to get it done. I don't like showing up at crime scenes more often or more quickly than strictly necessary. That's when I only have to worry about the police. With Noble looming all over this, security will be doubled and scrutiny tripled. This is too risky. There's no logical reason to agree to her request. Swing by my place with a cab, yeah? Besides my own morbid curiosity. Right, of course. Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. Wait, oh, I almost forgot. What is it? You don't happen to have anything that you could wear in black, do you? Might be a little struggle for wardrobe, I'm sure, but I'm sure she can make it work. She's always so bright and colorful, right? So how is she... AutoCab hums a synthesized purr as our on-ramp merges onto the canopy superhighway, steadily and suddenly all at once. Not much super about it, but it casts one hell of a shadow. The canopies always felt really arts and crafts to me. Cobbled together, always added on to, never finished, never planned. It's clearly taken a lot of time and effort to make. Probably get a gun harness for your model without having to model it yourself. I probably could. Should I? Like for this outfit, you mean? But the end results are still ugly. I adore her Morgan's colors and based on playing cards. Oh yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, Delta, yeah. Feels like it'd fall apart at any moment. You okay, Morgan? You look a little carsick. Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. But if I ignore her text now, she'll just send more later. Oh, which? Does that mean this is the prosecutor? Yeah, a lot of... I mean, even just like her aesthetic and her clothing outfit in general is very like high-stakes poker. Hey, Freckles. I saw your friend Asher on the news. Rip. Thank you. For trying to be sincere. What a shot! We all have our strengths. God, no, who is this person? God damn, you're one passive-aggressive little girl. Why does all your filial piety go out the window whenever you talk to me? Filial piety doesn't work on you. You love yourself too much to appreciate respect. True. Went the train. See, Freckles, you can be very insightful. When you aren't too busy side-eyeing the whole world. I wonder where I picked up that from. Nah, not from me. I'm pretty sure you're bored muttering insults under your breath. The nurses try to make you cry and you responded by giving them self-esteem issues. Did you ever have dealings with Noble? 10 out of 10 shift in the convo. Subtle as a car crash. Subtlety doesn't work on you either. Well, it might. If you were good at it. This is me asking you for advice. Okay. I guess it's never sunk in. Because he spent most of your apprenticeship asleep. But my clients were all celebs. They're rich and famous. I didn't have that many dealing with the Megs that own their likeness. Is it really that different? Plenty. Celebs don't like people seeing their dirty side. So they pay smart people like me to clean up their messes. But Megs don't like people seeing them at all, period. And also, Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to fucking. Gross. High workers, a lot of stress event. Stop. Do you have any actual advice to help to offer? Truth be told, I did have this one run-in where I got fuck deep, no, ass deep into corporate intrigue. Why? Because I got caught up Analyze 45 poster girl. God damn it. Hard worker. A lot of stress event. I don't know, you can always reach out to you in my time of need. I'm not this sly because I know you're in the morning. Look. Corporate types are all a bunch of paranoid drug addicts. Huffing glue and playing roulette on their phones. While fantasizing about stabbing everyone else in the meeting to death. So don't expect it to play nice just because Asher was your pal. My actual advice is get whatever you're owed. Then get out of there fast as fuck, boy. That's a beautiful thought, Auntie. Auntie, not mom. Auntie. I mean it. Corporations prefer Viking funerals. What's a Viking funeral? A dignified ceremony where the body's sent out to sea on a boat. Then set everything on fire and sink the ashes to the bottom of the ocean. Try not to linger, Freckles. You don't want to be stuck on board when they start knocking their arrows. Thanks. Possibly similar to age on one team. Hi, Rachel. Hi, hello. Hope your vacation been going well. Ow. What the hell was that about me sleeping on the job? Birdie. I worked very hard. I worked harder one day than any of you Gen Alpha drunks did all week. I should walk smarter, lol. And if you want to go there, you did literally fall asleep on the job. At the Christmas party. Oh, wait. Wait, so yeah, this is a grown-up Gen Alpha. Oh, I see. Bye, Rachel. Later. Good night. Yeah, this is 2086. Right, so... Oh, God. Gen Alpha is going to be... Shit, yeah, that does... I don't like that. Oh, God. Predator generation before Morgan. Yeah, seriously. What is that? What is that? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? This is not even accurate. Work parties are still work, Freckles. I only had my eyes closed. Because all you old farts had your cameras flash on. Morgan, something wrong? You're sweating. Just deleting some spam. Okay. Victoria Masters. Lawyer to the rich and famous, semi-retired. Likes handsome men, pretty women, expensive liquor. Dislikes clingy people, British people, flying commercial. Julie 24 karat. Age difficult to verify. Smoke cigars. Death 13. Uh-huh. London is Gen Z. She's Gen Alpha. Also, yes, my rep. Oh, and here's Starling. Sexy assistant, likes dancing, buying shoes. I do like buying shoes. Reselling shoes, I don't resell my shoes. Just likes hangovers, soft mattresses, machismo. Her earnest smile, relaxes by bar hopping lower wards. But start reading the stock market. We've got a couple of more minutes of crawling through Canopy's guts before we reach David's part of the city. Uptown, or the better half. Gleaming opera houses and towering corporate apartments. Boutique shops with more cameras than customers. Penthouses stacked upon penthouses in a frantic climb to the top of the rat pile. All hinged in by restaurants with long wait times and small serving sizes. The joke is that uptown folks go most of the year without touching the street level. Not much of a punchline there, it's basically true. By now, this whole block must be swarmed with cops, themselves surrounded by media and all encircled by onlookers. The way that Morgan's describing the canopy also makes you feels reminiscent of like FF7's sector plates, which maybe on some level that is what this is becoming, like just a big interwoven web of like different pathways and streets and things connecting to other things that like you just don't actually see the ground anymore. Yeah, there's actually a lot of 3D assets used. Like the exploration parts, when you're like looking at the room, a lot of that is in 3D. I could try and enjoy these last few moments of calm, but if the storm's coming either way, I'd rather use this time to try and find my footing. Actually, Jess, if you got a second, I was curious about... Ooh, okay. I'm gonna save. We're being for Aj. London is so damn old. It's why he knows so much about revolvers and how it works. Right, yeah. I wasn't realizing what the age range was, but interesting. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna BRB and have a little bit more of that tuna sandwich. And yeah. If you need to go like get some water and stuff, do what you need to do. Stand up. I have like 5 minutes, so yeah. Yeah, it is. No decaf is very Ace Attorney core. We're making puns in here? What's going on? We're wondering why that fridge was getting closer. Then it hit me. I like that one. Horse walks into a bar. The bartender asks why the long face. My wife let me. Took the kids. He answers. I mean, you got to do the joke where like you start off with something like horse walks into a bar, but then you just like completely go off the rails in a different direction. Like horse walks into the bar, like he's just left his group of friends that were all like nagging him to like come inside and talk to the cute girl or something, and just like kind of go off on like a tangent of a story until eventually have totally different characters, a totally different like setting. Wow. And then you bring in the why the long face finish line in a different context, and it's like, well, how did we get here? The shaggy dog joke? God, fucking that. Yes, something like that. Broly walks into a bar. The bar says ow. Black pepper. I actually stopped hanging out with my horse friend. He was always objecting to ideas and plans. It was just like whatever. I hate her unrepentant naysayer. Man. Oh, now it's puppy hours. Bar walks into a bar. Tubes. Alright. I saw that headline, by the way. The one where your warm android saved the soldier's life. Oh, yeah. Pretty feel good, don't you think? So the folks at the company must have been in high spirits lately, I take it. That's what I thought. Hi, Ming. Oh, hi, Ming. Hi. I hope you're having a good stream. Welcome on in. What's up? Hi, Raiders. I hope you're doing well. You know what the problem with assuming is? It's generally unkind and rude to do, and you lead to false conclusions, yeah. Also, makes it look like an ass out of you in mind. Makes an ass out of you in mind. Ming. Yeah, I was going to say. Ming. Oh, that was. Wow, you almost like set that up really well. That was almost really good. Almost impressed. Horace walks into a bar. The bartender asks with a long face. Horace, unable to speak or understand English, the bartender trembles into death. How does the speech start? Say hello. Hi. Yay, great joke. Well, hi. Meow, meow. Squeak. So I thought when I first heard about it, but I don't know. Maybe the upper management is never happy. Word of advice: upper management is never happy. The one thing I've learned in my life from hearing and seeing. Ow, jeez. So one thing I've learned in my life from like hearing a lot of different things about how the world works and how companies work and seeing a lot of things and seeing people lament about stuff is that upper management is never happy. Things always. Ow, Alice walks into a hammer. You know, last quarter was always just a little shy from target, you know? Because you're still riding sales harder than ever, pushing the traditional consumer markets. I thought they'd start building a pitch for Congress the day the story dropped. A big patriotic campaign telling everyone why we need a contract for warm androids in the military. But I haven't heard them moving staff around for anything like that. Maybe it's all about my pay grade. All the corporate power and money in the world. And they're still such joyous, just assholes that they won't even celebrate their victories. For rules of management. They are never happy, and everything they talk to you in person could have been an email. It could have been an email. Thank you. Remind me, how many years did you and David work together? Oh, well, I started the company around 4 years ago, and they offered me a temp contract when I was graduating. I was put in HR right in the middle of hiring burst, so I spent 2 months in the Warrens. Then an aptitude test got me fast-tracked to mid-low management. Sorry, Warrens? Oh, that's just what we called the company dorms back then on account. Oh, the company dorm? Okay, cool. Let me look at the search term here. This is the company they're talking about, Noble. Oh, they're down today, dang. Oh no. Noble's hit most of its 21st century chasing consumer tech trends like wearable smart UI interfaces, only pivoting to Androids during the 2070s amidst a decade's economic upheaval. Corporations struggled to break through to the higher tiers of corporate power until David Asher revolutionized their product with his Turing solution and the technology breakthroughs that followed. In the years since, Noble has secured approximately a third of the automated independent industry global market share with their desk hologram interfaces and an animate series of upper middle class luxury androids in the particular, helping them grow at a momentous pace. Noble's recent foray into biomechanical androids was initially met with skepticism when pre-orders lagged behind previous year's numbers, but with the Nth 16 projected to reap record profits for Noble over the next 8 quarters. Goodness. As a rabbit, should I be happy? Have a good lurk. Yeah, go get some good food. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. Well, I mean, she's like whatever money she's making, she's like it goes right back to the company dorms, and not to mention that like you're living in the company dorms, and you're gonna be surely eating the company food too, because like that's the best place, like that's the best place to get. Also, 1 second. I don't know. Probably not 8 hours. Probably not super late, actually. I can't stream too late because I need to be up early. Yeah, not to mention that like you can get all your clothes at the company store from the company mall. Mm-hmm. Well, all the people. Plus, it was underground. Oh. Right, really, Warrens. Didn't see the sun the first month. My skin got so dry. Is that normal in your industry? Normal for everyone I've ever worked with. Except David, of course. I mean, he was the best. Me and Emrak sang the first verse of TNC Ernie's Ford's 16 tons the other day. It was amazing. Ooh. Cool. Also, sorry, I need to be right back. I need to get a little bit more water. I'll be fast. Sorry, just 1 second. Also, you telling people about Lunacoin? Yeah. I think it's a pretty good deal. No. You know, like we're actually going to be splitting off Lunacoin soon into a second coin. So any Lunacoin holders are going to be able to double up on the coin that they have when there's like, you know, when the big split happens for this. We're going to get paw coins, which paw coins actually double as an NFT. There's a whole NFT branch we're starting off for beans, for paw beans, you know? And so, yeah, if you hold on to your Luna coin, then you'll be able to get equal value in paw coin. And that'll give you, I don't know. And that'll mean that the basic resident is free. Yes. Sometimes some bonus deals are allowed to howl at the moon with their purchase. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, free as part of the popcorn. I mean, basically free, since you're playing with Popcoin. And like, when you're paying with Popcoin, you get Popcoin back. So you basically you're making Popcoin by using Popcoin. Ooh, one password is simple. Oh, cool. Yeah, you'd have to come up here to Ontario. Yeah. One Tuesday morning, like, David Asher walked up right up to my desk like I had won the lotto. Said I should work for him, Dr. David Asher, directly. On a random Tuesday morning, like it was nothing. He didn't like to do things on Mondays. He said people were always too tired to get anything done anyway. Yeah, that's right. He did say that. I should know by now, right? 3 years of arranging meetings and keeping him organized and occasionally straightening his tie. He was a good boss. He was a good guy. Yeah. When did you last speak with him? In person? Thursday. Thursday afternoon. The day before yesterday. He seemed normal. I mean, we still don't really know anything, Jess. You're right, thanks. Lunacoin and Fogcoin to the moon! Yeah, exactly! We're gonna howl to the moon. All the way. Thursday, last time I saw him, that was when he asked me to meet with you. Jess, I have to wonder, what kind of request did David make of you that it couldn't wait a few days? Right, yeah, of course. He asked me to give you something. Something. Is she trying to build suspense? Right, but it's just, well, I don't know exactly what it is. You have no idea. He asked me to give you the contents of his safe. Are we headed to the bank then? No, see, he has this private safe in his basement. Oh, speaking of basements, maybe you've seen it? Yeah, I can go the way again. Well, I say safe, but maybe it might be more accurate to call it a storage locker or false wall. And he told you that, all he told you is he wanted me to have what's inside. Right. He was very clear about that last part. Your eyes only, straight into your hands. Handle in person, he said. Strange. This is all very pretty analog for someone as technically gifted as David. Covering someone else, I call it paranoid. But David was never paranoid. Even when he had every right to be. He wanted this handled a certain way. It must be for a good reason. Dang, it'll fly Canadian residents and Linacoin and Popcorn. It's right. It's right. We take care of our investors. I'm guessing you've already been to his place? Yeah, it's a real mess over there. It's that bloody? Oh god, no, not that kind of mess. I just mean like with the cops stacked on the media, stacked on all the lawyers, each one of them with their own network of drones and all the droning. It's very, it's very high productivity atmosphere is what I mean. When were you able to get over there? Well, I got a call from Legal late last night. They weren't exactly delicate in breaking the news to me. Last night. They said they needed help sorting through all his, well, you know how he left things organized sometimes. He's been dead since last night and they kept it under wraps that long? I know there are a lot of powerful people in this city's circles, but to stop it from leaking for over 12 hours, that seems like more than just your typical power people trying to control the narrative. It seems more like there's something they're actively trying to suppress. So, you found out last night? Right, yeah, last night. Oh god, oh I'm so sorry, I should have told you as soon as I found out. No, really, it's alright. Did you see anything? No, I still haven't actually seen him at all. He was airlifted to the hospital ASAP, and that's where he passed, so... But, well, I didn't get the impression the cops had been there that long. Not compared to the lawyers. They and the rest of the company's people seem pretty entrenched. Noble set up camp before the police even arrived. So, what time would that have been? I guess I got around 9 p.m.? Yeah, because 9:15 they switched my phone to silo mode. I got locked out of everything but my work stuff. Sent my lights blah at 9:13, see? Gonna expire whoever put me in these heels when it hit me. They can do that to your phone? Lock you out of social media? Of course not. Well, unless I'm on the clock. Or off the clock, but on company property. Then they can remote all my tech, yeah. How convenient. So if I got in at 9 p.m., I guess the rest of the company, probably people, have been there since 8:30 p.m. I hadn't been there for more than a few minutes before the mood changed. Worried about the hospital declaring him dead has started to leak. I see. You did after you reached the hospital? That's unexpected. 2086, you might be in trouble if you get stuck in the bureaucratic purgatory when you need to be in the emergency room, but other than that, if you reach the hospital alive, a good doctor can stabilize most any patient within a few moments. Noble Electronics' lead programmer would have had a very good doctor. So what the hell happened? Is she mistaken? Was he just not officially declared dead until reaching the hospital for some reason, or... Hard to think about, I know. Yeah. Or hard to believe. So, David asked you to do this on Thursday, correct? Yeah, Thursday. And he passed last night. Friday. Yeah. Wait, you don't think that when we met, he had already decided? No, it's not healthy to speculate on that sort of thing. More importantly, it's not helpful. The dead don't have anything to offer the living. I should know. What her eyes do in this game is so... Yeah, you're probably right. Besides, we need to focus. Huh? Judging by the size of the crowd I'm looking at, it looks like we're about to jump into the thick of it. Corpo's fucking things up in this case. The Disney World exception. Nobody dies in Disney World. Oh, you only remember to take your meds? Oh. I hope that you can still take your meds, or if not, if you need to wait until tomorrow. And I thought there were a lot of people here, a lot of places here before. Maybe silly to ask, but you're not bad with the crowds, are you, Morgan? She's kidding, right? It's downright airy in here compared to what we just waded through. Wide eyes and clenched fists, head speaking over shoulders around signs, police both mechanical and warm-blooded, closing ranks with holograms and quick-set wires to draw a severe perimeter, while protesters, mourners, fanatics, and busybodies shuffle around the edges of the police line, the heat, the panicked anxiety washing over. Who the hell were all those people? Well, there always have been people with strong feelings about our products. Android stepped forward into the mobs, gently, firmly, unfeelingly parting the human tide. Meow! Disney can legitimately claim that no one has ever died at their theme parks because... Meow! Ow! Hi, Ariel. And that's why I wore leggings. Disney can legitimately claim that no one ever dies at their theme parks because they always ensure that our accident victims are removed from park property before they're being declared dead. That's the urban legend. Jesus. All of them built by Noble. All of them built from David's code. All of them stand vigil outside his tomb. This is all technically company property, isn't it? Yep. David had the penthouse all to himself, but every other floor's tenants are Noble employees too. Not a common arrangement in Uptown. Work at Noble, rent from Noble. Wave hello to your Noble neighbor in the morning and make sure to request a spot in line at the official company crematorium. They don't actually do that last part, I think. Does Noble handle employee funerary arrangements? Yeah, it's pretty standard benefit, actually. It's cheap for them compared to dental. But Noble's always been generous with benefits. Work hard, and the company will have you set for life. And after. Now... Wait, no, but the timing of this episode is, like, this is the day after the previous case, right? Like, that happened last night. So we know she didn't do it. Right? Right? Both the state and Noble have gotten themselves entrenched in here in the lobby. Security and damage control and PR and liability. Everybody just glad to be working. I feel a little overstimulated. Any chance we can just skip all these checkpoints? No, absolutely not. So, who do you need permission from? The cops or the company? My request went through, so we should have to go. I have them both at this point. We won't need to get near the actual, is it still called a crime scene if it's not technically a crime? I don't want to think about how many suits Noble's paying to debate that question right this very instant. Oh, is it about... It's a month later? Oh. Okay. So you're telling me is that murder is on the table. I see. I see. Yeah, let me save. Since we're here. A month later. In the backlog, is this like everything? No, it only goes so far. She also prefers to murder brown-eyed brunettes. But she did for that. But we don't know if that's all her victims have ever been. And she now knows that somebody was aware that she was doing it. So if she wanted to like separate herself from what she was doing before, then she specifically wouldn't do that. Murder scene. Elsie's tail wagging quickly. Sees murder scene is like, oh, what's this? Detective work? Is this a crime? Are we investigating a crime? Who's the murderer? I don't want to think about how many suits. No, yeah. David's vault is in the penthouse basement, where you can't get to it from these ground floor elevators. We'll have to ride straight up to the rooftop veranda, walk in front of his door, and then head down. If Jess says we can do all that without stumbling across where he died, then... Okay. So if I just flash my ID card at any problem that comes up, including him. Hey, ladies. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're at capacity at the moment. Let anyone else by, and we won't be able to maintain. Huh? Oh, you're that lawyer, Morgan. Oh, you caught me, detective. How long's it been? Feels like it's been ages. Oh dear. It's a lot better with our last encounter, I hope. I'll live. I don't see the spunky around. She'd take you mental health day to preserve that unflappable charm. Detective Ray is around. What? You missed her that bad? I had blind pimples that were more endearing. It me, Sui Ubu, Bozo Gun. Oh no! Oh no, it's our family. Hi, Rogue, thank you. Oh, well, no, I committed a felony. Oh, no. Oopsie. You didn't know each other? Jess Starling, meet homicide detective Quas in London. It's a pleasure, miss. Oh, likewise? As you might have guessed, Detective and I are acquainted. Comes to the line of work. Morgan's been being modest, sweetheart. We're practically blood. Oh, wow. Me? Sweetheart? Something wrong, Starling? No, nothing's wrong. What? But close as we are, I still can't just let her walk in off the street onto the scene of an ongoing investigation. Even Noble's lawyers having to play by the rules today. Play by the rules? Oh, so there is a game afoot. What makes you assume I'm here in a professional capacity? You're a criminal defense attorney, and we're at a crime scene. Call an old man's intuition. Good detectives only don't rely on intuition, though, do they? They rely on evidence. Oh, I don't rely on it. Don't worry. I just need to lean on it every now and then, and when my back acts up. Oh, cool. Guy gets a bit of gray in his hair and thinks it's a free pass to act like a goddamn cowboy. Well, I'm afraid your intuition is off this morning, detective. I'm here in a private matter. The detective deceased wasn't your client? No. That would have been a conflict of interest. Conflict of... You two knew each other? I see. In that case, allow me to give you my condolences. Thank you. But what I could really use right now is a bit of your help. You sure rally fast. Hi, Ova. Roll for initiative? What do you got? What do you got for me? Or do you want me to roll for initiative? Oh no, I'm the You're telling me that I'm the heartbreak killer? The whole time I was the heartbreak killer? Roll, then I'll roll? Okay. I got 10. Jess? Right. We have this clearance here, detective, sir, from legal, which allows us to... That's all right, little lady. I trust you. You can leave the paperwork holster for now. Little lady? We aren't here for David, really. We won't be setting anyone near your staging area, detective. All right, why not? You won! You win! You get first strike. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Hi, Lemon. I can afford to be generous today, because if I screw up, he gestures the lobby full of suits and cops. Plenty of folks at hand are ready to pick up the slack. Well, if you're that at ease, perhaps I can take this time to ask you for questions? Hey, you can always ask, Tiger. But I think you understand what I mean when I say whether or not I can answer is not entirely up to me. Yeah, you already got me today. You're looking a bit haggard. How long have you been here anyway? Since this morning. That civilized folks don't call it in the morning when streetlights are on. Even he got here around 1 or 2 in the morning. It still means homicide wasn't brought in until hours after Noble had lay of land. That sounds like you could use a break. I could use a retirement package. Hey, you're a lawyer, right? According to my business cards. You think I can sue for elder abuse? Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. Huh. You would lose, though. I already regret asking. Why did they got a homicide detective losing sleep over this anyway? A man is dead, and he wasn't killed by fire, vehicle, organized criminals, or disinformation, as far as we know. So, at the moment, homicide's technically not the worst fit. But we're leading in name only. A high-profile death like this, everyone's got an eye on us. And a hand placed firmly on the back of our neck. Yeah, economy business cards are pretty good. I have been checking my phone, but the only thing that news seems to agree on is that David passed away. Sorry, but if you're asking for details. No. Thank you. For not letting them make this new parade. Yet. We do our best to respect the privacy of anyone involved in an ongoing investigation. He declined to say victim. Detective. Dr. Asher was a close friend of mine for many years. Yeah, he trusted Morgan more than anyone. Can you tell me if he would kill himself? It looks like that's the case. I see. Thank you for telling me that. Dr. Ash. Yeah, you're well. Sorry. Another round of guarded words. David was an important man and has only been a few hours. But this all this tiptoeing gives me the feeling that whatever happened to David, it wasn't cut and dry. You're quacking. Oh, you're tired. If you're tired, definitely go to sleep. I'm gonna try to get these VODs out fairly soon, or fairly quickly from now. So like, if you want to like see more of the game, maybe like check back our VOD channel on YouTube next week. You boys and Novel all getting along with each other, sharing your toys. Some of the younger ones are bristling, but I always play with the others, Counselor. And how well do Megs play with you? They give you full access to building security? Meg is derogatory and hateful term used to refer to so-called mega corporations or anyone who works with them. There are numerous unverified explanations for how the term originated. Some say it was natural evolution from the slang word shark, which was used to refer to ruthless individuals or businessmen in the late 20th century. Others claim that Meg was originally short for Megan, a sort of archetypal individual that defended the contributions that corporations have made to society. What? Wait. Megan, a sort of archetypal individual that defended the contributions that the corporations have made to society? The article's so good. Yeah, I was just like, this is a Karen reference, right? Like Karen. Tired of having to read anti-industrious sentiment on the net? Check out our auto censor tools that replace harmful words like Meg with oh no. Shit. Oh yeah, I just okay. Tired of having to read anti-industrious sentiment on the net? Check out our auto censor tools that replaces harmful words like Meg with family-friendly alternatives like Job Creator or Patriot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Have a good lurk, Lunwin. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I crave violence. Me too. I'm pretty sure Morgan does too. That's the line to get me drinking. Yeah, speaking of which, cheers. I got myself a drink. The day Corpos declared a slur, I shall eat my shoe. The thing is that, like, as this is a criticism of current times, waves to current times, but like that's not outside the realm of possibility that can happen. What you drinking? Like, just like with some whiskey and maple syrup, like a cheap woman's whiskey sour. No, it's not sour. I didn't have the lemon in it. It's just whiskey and maple syrup. I don't even know what this is. I wanted to put lemon in it, but I didn't have any lemons. Yeah, you can smell when this is me. They've given us access, and they say it's full. Some big penumbra system. Top of the line coverage, top to bottom of the building. Size of data streams is torrential. It'll be a while before we can start making sense of it all. A more conspiratorial man might think that it was intentional. Bury some data and hope we're too swamped to find whatever they're trying to hide. Maybe. Wait, they give you full access to penumbra, but that means every android in the building is feeding you their full spectrum. You know your stuff. Penumbra pulls data from any androids connected to the building's net. That's not much help since there weren't any androids in the penthouse. Right. You know, I'd heard the rumors. Never been stalking them, but it's true. Asher really never owned a single android. Never. Well, I suppose I might do the same if I was a genius who programmed them all. Every time they open their mouths, it'd just be his own lip service refracted 1,000 times over, echoing back at him from behind a mask he carved. So that means all you'll have to investigate with are the penthouse's security cameras. Yeah, but that should be more than enough to wrap up a case like this. In a good way, I mean. We're very much on top of this, ladies. Breaking news! Corpo tired of getting wrecked on the internet outlaws being mean to them. Oh no! The Corpos people are being mean to them on the internet. Goodness! And disparaging the corporation name? Wow, that's right along there with hate speech. Wow. David is one of the biggest names in tech. He was the face of Noble Electronics. Uh-huh. One could argue that androids are only as common as they are today because of his contributions to the field. Some people felt that way, sure, yeah. So do you think anyone would want to hurt him because of that? Remind me, which one of us is a detective again? You really won't let me pick your brain? You already know the answer. Yes, ads are controversial, androids especially. We at Noble are aware that our products are sometimes the subject of heated debate, but no need to quote the handbook at us, miss. Should be told, I never really understood the hate. It's not that complicated, is it? How many people have lost a job to an ad at least once in their career? Every last one of them lost their jobs because of their bosses. Their flesh and blood bosses fired them. Yeah. Nah, ads are just a symptom. Scratch that. Ads are just a product. I need this. Isn't it sure? I wonder if I could find that. Well, maybe you could. They might sell some cool things at Lunazera.com. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna take another sip. Get your drink, hell yeah. So ad is yeah, let's pull it up. Not there. Yeah. Automated dependent. They're basically like robots to like help with in a wide variety of things. Let me just say, already, this is doing Detroit to Become Human way better than like fucking David Cage could ever like hope to spit as far as. Like, we haven't even seen that many androids, and like, no, the lore and setting here is already painting like a much richer picture than just loose racism allegory. David Cage wishes he could write like Nth Circle. Yeah. Getting mad at them is pointless. And vandalizing them is less than pointless because unlike us, they're all insured. Of course they're all insured. And besides, Android production has surged over the last decade to become one of the nation's biggest exports. True. There's at least one thing we make in this country. That's right. Noble only outsources for the production of a small handful of internal components. Every other part of the manufacturing process is probably done right here at home. I somehow doubt that everyone considers specifics in Noble's supply chain to be a point of national pride. but you don't need a political science degree to see how much the state values nobles' contributions to national economy. All right, now listen, I don't mind it being helpful, and I am trying to be sensitive here, but we really have a lot on our hands at the moment. So I'm gonna have to ask you to be discreet and ideally fast. Well, our business is just the basement, David's basement. But the penthouse is on the top floor, the roof. So the basement would be second last floor if you want to be technical, detective. The point is, we don't need to go into the kitchen or the parlor. We'll just go straight to his workshop and then head downstairs. The kitchen and the parlor. I understand. But all the same, I'd like to escort you two ladies by myself. Wow, an escort, like royalty. Oh, isn't he a gentleman? Uh-huh. Oh, yes, he is. Lead the way, detective. Reader's word. London ushered us past the chattering streets and humming drums through the checkpoints and into the elevator. Let's climb into the sky. We got a good look at the throng of people gathered outside and its shifting makeup. Seems like it's mostly protesters now, or worse, brand loyalists. Idiots led around by their nose of their whole life, following the musk of whatever trend is laid out before them each morning. Today's trial, having them here for half reasons they couldn't even put into words, even if their lives depended on it. They're like insects. Interesting, line 654. God, and they look like them from up here. They're probably already preparing their spin. The Misunderstood Genius of Dr. David Asher, a video essay in 5 parts. But first, of course, this video essay, before we get to the 5 parts, the first thing is to explain how computers work, right? But not before we talk about our sponsor, Grounded News. Good night. Have a good look, Ming. Ow. With the company insisted on cultivating such a following for him, I never understood. They could have easily pinned his achievements on someone more marketable. Some random photogenic employee or a fashion model with glasses. David wouldn't have minded. He never wanted the attention, the chaos. Bacardi, Blue Hawaiian, cranberry juice, and lime LaCroix. Oh, that sounds nice. I haven't had Bacardi in a while. Maybe it's as simple as bad luck. It just happened to have the right look for the part. A man buried in his work with his eyes fixed ahead. Yeah, I am cheating again for your scores after what happened earlier. So, you know, makes sense. A chunky Mary. Wow. For my coffee and Jaeger, but this is a good cocktail. Oh, I haven't had a coffee and Jaeger before. I'm right one time you nerf me again. I know. Tough world out there. This is what? His laboratory? His shop, as he called it. How down to earth. It's messy in here. David is always disorganized. Why a programmer needed to make such a mess just to run tests on computers, I'll never... As sloppy as he could be, he didn't like it when other people saw it. If he was leaving things like this, he must not have entertained any guests down here in some time. Things here help, Detective London. Don't mention it. What? You want me to step out? Oh, we won't take long. Not lacking for boldness, are you? Look, I have to take a phone call. We'll be in and out as soon as possible, I promise. And whatever Dr. Ash wanted set aside for his foundation, we'll be sure to flag it. Right. At least she's always already wearing gloves. If we find a dead body, you'll be first in our call. Morgan, what was that stuff about his foundation? Dr. Ash's charity has always been managed by an outside group. You haven't spent a lot of time around crime scenes, have you? Actually, this is my first. Well, generally speaking, it's not really common to retrieve things from the premises while the cops are still searching them. Oh. Look, if David has something to give to me, we can go get it. Yeah, I was like, so far all the characters have been really cool, like, just great. We can't just make a ton of noise about it, understand? Of course. Great. After you. Right. Quiet as a church house. Quiet as phrase as quiet as a church mouse, but I caught myself. I'm okay. I'm okay. But now it doesn't seem like the right time to correct her. David's shop was a mess, but the mess felt familiar. It was very David. Coming down here, I barely recognized the place. For starters, there's a goddamn gym. David hated exercise, always claimed he didn't have time for it. Even when I got him that treadmill and the subscription to the personal coaching program with the scheduling subroutine, said he couldn't find the time. And then, even when I explained to him that the program accounted for that and adapted to his schedule, he's still... Morgan, what's up? Huh? You're smiling. What's so funny? Nothing. Just surprised to see the place renovated. Yeah, he actually had me on mail tag with a couple of contractors a while back. Never thought I'd have to learn so much about concrete and wiring and marble. Did you know that marble needs to be treated or else indoor air will start to corrode it? I didn't know that. Is that true? Wait, is it not? But her guy told me that without the epoxy finish, the entire bar could... Or table bar could... Is that the ball over there then? Yeah, it stands out, I guess. I know, look at all that. Look at all that booze. Just as straight as a girl we've ever seen so far. It's, yeah, that's very true. Mm-hmm. Nervous? What's that? Oh, yeah, a little, I guess. But the inhaler helps mostly, so... Aren't you gonna open it? Open it? Don't you know the combination? No, I do not know the combination to David's basement vault. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, 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 oh, no, no. How could I? He didn't tell you, or he didn't give you a code, or... He gave me a code, the code to get into the building. And the parking garage. What the code for what this is? Okay. You know, there were a lot of scattered papers back in his shop. Could he have left you a note on one of them? Yeah, yes, he could have. He would have. In fact, I think he probably did. You just stay right there, Morgan. I have to settle in a second. Yeah, sounds good. Right then. Well, it's definitely locked. It looks like it's a Tethy's basic Sturdicure, anti-hack, anti-digital, high-rated code panel. Nothing basic about it, but at least I can see the password's limited to 6 characters. Tethy's is the largest online shopping and consumer shipping corporation on Earth, and dominant economic force that frequently courts controversy by skirting monopoly and labor law in every nation in which it operates. Yippee! And yes, we really do have everything for sale, so ditch this lame-o search engine and head over to our online store to find what you're really looking for. Hot stuff. Uh-huh. Wow. Only 1 in a million, only 1 million possible combinations. Oh, really? I mean, not really gonna save scum, but maybe I'll get lucky. No chances, but what the hell? Why shouldn't I give it a shot? His birthday, my birthday. This is dumb. This would also be dumb. This is probably possibly reasonable if nobody really knows, if not many people know her connection to him, there wouldn't be many people to guess this. And if this was for her, thank you, Zoe. That would be my question. Is like, would this be a good place to stop soon? So yeah, then I'm gonna go up to that point. Try my birthday. Nothing's happening. Okay, that was dumb. I don't really want to dwell on why I thought that would work. Forget it. Different terminal over here. COD has security systems according to the label. Maybe it controls the whole room? Ah, damn, it's password protected too. And the code 64 digits long? That's one on cameras, the camera system that's harder to crack than your literal vault, egghead. Okay, yeah. Programmer probably would care more about his IoT than whatever he can fit into a safety deposit box. Oh, Internet of Things. Guess it's a 6-digit vault or nothing. But I'm a lawyer, not a lockpick. What are the other felonies I get up in my private time? I've never pulled off a bank heist before. Only till I've got here is my head. So, what do I know? I know whatever David put in your safe, he wanted it kept secure. I also know he wanted me to have it. Maybe he thought ahead. Maybe he guarded it in such a way that I would be the only one who could get into it. Hi, Zarya. Hi. Oh my gosh, thank you for the tier 3. Aw. That was really sweet of you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well tonight. David liked games, and he really liked beating me. So if you left one last puzzle for me, I don't mind going another round. Taking a closer look, it's a pretty serious looking set of resistance training equipment. Thank you, Zarya. And these weights, they're all set near the max. Noble hadn't appointed him a nutritionist along the stylist. David would be downright scrawny. There's no way he's putting up these numbers. In which case, digits in the weight could be a clue. But there's too many and I can't guess the order. So, what the hell, Asher? Did you just set all the weights to be max because they look more neat? This flooring is a new addition. Looks rough like the sandpaper, but it's bouncy, rubberized. Feels like something you drag your feet on the gym or factory floor. It's more high performance and high class. Expensive, but not in the way you'd expect it for a penthouse. Well, scratch that. It's actually cracked here. Rubber doesn't break, it bends. That's its thing. Someone must have cheaped out during the installation and left a defect in. That, or David left a jackhammer on overnight. Booze. This must be his spare liquor cabinet. Damn, there's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of bottom shelf swill. Kind of bargain bin vodka and nose burner whiskey that only an undergrad programmer could love. It's not just sweet like that. Overpowering. One part per million can cover up even the cheapest aftertaste. Email today might happen to have certain stream VOD finish. Looks as if it might be purchased too soon as well. Yeah! Oh, well, heck yeah. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we can like, maybe get that done or this weekend then, or like tomorrow, and then, yeah, part 2 today, and then we'll finish it. Probably finish on Sunday. Me with Rolling Rock and Labatt. What was my alcohol like that? I never really had any Rolling Rock that often. I mean, I know about it because of AVGN, but it's not that popular. I guess a Coors, but probably Coors Banquet specifically. Stream over? Not yet, but soon. I think after we get the safe open here, I'll probably call it. Usually when I get beers now, I actually get like stuff from a local craft brewery, which I usually don't even like, but there's one specific one that it's been like consistently really good, and usually they have like nice like sours or gozes. Fine beer yucky, so I've always been a cocktail girly. Try if you're ever like at a place where you have to have some sort of beer, you have options. Try looking for like a sour. A lot of times it could be like a lot more fruity and like flavorful. It won't taste like beer really that at all. And they can be really tasty. I had a lovely pineapple beer one time. Mm-hmm. And Red's apple ale is quite nice. Mm-hmm. Doing it, yeah. There's an ad, so I'm waiting for a second. Actually, oh, thank you. I just finished the last of my whiskey, so I do need to go get more alcohol soon. But not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're gonna go to TennoCon, or at least the concert for TennoCon in London. Awoo! Awoo! Now. One part per million can cover even the cheapest aftertaste. David's wine collection still towering over the room. I don't know why he'd buy so many bottles. He didn't even particularly like the stuff. We just fill up all these shelves. But not all of the bottles are untouched. Some of them don't have any dust in them at all. There's a mechanism for retrieving bottles off the rack. This bottle chosen was Emerdi Camp 81. Huh, could be significant. Except, vintages only list the year they were bottled, not the month or day. It's not enough digits for the code. It's a very big painting. And it's, Impressionist? No. Cubicle? Cubist, which is still incorrect. Ah, yes, this cubicle painting. Yeah, cubicle. That sounds right. It is not. Whatever style, I do remember that David liked this painting. Predator is an oil-on-canvas painting by the mid-21st century neo-abstract expressionist Mads Haystrup. Arguably his most well-known work. It was displayed in the Krullingham Centre de Moderne, or de Moderne, for 9 months before Haystrup entered into premises on 11/25/58 and used a hunting knife to cut the singular mass of canvas onto 3 separate pieces. When asked for a comment, Haystrup replied, "My works are not complete until they have been signed." Wow. Cool. I still need to try the Tragically Hip cider. I haven't tried that. I should try that. I can try that and I'll let you know how it is. I do like ciders. If there were a date on it, it could be 6-digit password, but I don't see one anywhere. Maybe signing your work was considered gauche amongst the cubicleists. The cubicleists? Alright, I said the whole room now. Time to make a break. Wait. What do you mean make or break? Wait, hold on. No, let me go back and look. Game. You saw it? I saw 81 for the alcohol. There were 3 dates. No, there were 3 numbers, right? But like the weights were all at the weights were all at max. I don't think she said you have it when we post it. Possibly. I wanted to go back and like see what the numbers were. Not gonna let me go back. Rude. Yeah, like I was noticing that, like, oh yeah, there's like a couple things that were also. I think there was a date in the thing I just read for the painting, but I can't go back. When she ran out of numbers. Oh, okay. No dice. I feel like there was at least 1 hit that I came across. Better try again. Oh, come on. Oh, I have to. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Not that. No. Where is it? Wait, where would it be? Oh, here. 11/25/58. Yeah, there. Probably, it could be that date. 11/25/58. 2058, the date the painting was signed. Password like that is and isn't left in plain sight. Nice one. Yeah. Hey, Morgan, what? Whoa, how did you get that open? That's, what is that? I turned back around just in time to see a door finishing swinging open with a mechanical grace, revealing a girl with a barcode emblazoned across her temple. Required by law to be plainly visible. It's an android, clearly marked as such. And yet, even standing this close, I could swear it's snoring? Stepped forward and placed the back of my wrist on the android's brow. Warm. It must be a prototype for the Animate 16. Or maybe a prototype for the 17 or 18? A biomechanical android with real human flesh. Sorry, biomechanical, yes, but it's organic flesh, not human. They're grown from lax Gemini cultures, but sorry, I misspoke. Right, understandable, since you seem surprised, Jess. Hasn't Noel been working on warm androids like this for a few years now? Warm is currently the most widely used term to describe androids, robots specifically designed to emulate human likeness that feature organic flesh in some capacity. While the concept has been experimented with in the robotics industry. Ow! Wow. 16, jeez. Oof. Nobel Electronics recently referring to warm manufacturing with their Animate 16 model represents a huge leap forward. The specifics of how Nobel's warm androids are manufactured and integrated remain fiercely regarded industry secret. Thank you, Jocelyn, thank you. It is generally understood through marketing materials and user maintenance documents that warm androids will require oxygen, water, and periodic organic sustenance in addition to wireless charging. Need a refill? Warm Android supplementals are available for purchase through Noble Shop. If your warm Android doesn't receive sufficiently frequent supplementals or is repeatedly deprived of water, they must shut down most functions in order to preserve emergency power. This happens if you gain access to your warm Android once your order of supplements has been confirmed as paid. Oh, wow. Warm Androids like this one? I mean, yes, we have. Sorry, it's just like this particular model is very, it's very cutting edge. Bleeding edge, just judging by the flush of those cheeks. I think it's safe to say that we found what we were looking for. I think so too. Well, that presents a problem then. Oh, do you not, approve? Oh, I've got nothing against androids. My concern is a bit more immediate and, well... Oh. Good night, Hazel. Yeah, good idea to get some sleep. Practical. Practical? I don't know how to turn it on. Oh, do you see a switch or something? Do you? Can we, turn it around, or... I poked the android's ribs. A little less than I expected, given its frame, but the rigidity is far remarkably lifelike. Gives my hand on the shoulders and give it a shake, but it doesn't budge. This thing has to weigh more than... Right, and just mostly transport themselves, so people are always surprised to find out they're a bit heavier than they look. A bit? I'm surprised the whole room isn't slanted. There's no way in hell we're moving this thing without waking it up. Crap. First of all, now this. I was able to guess the combination just by poking around. Compared to that, finding this hunk of junk's power switch should be child's play. And I think I know where to start. Jess, I'm gonna step back in the lab for a moment, alright? Huh? Oh, sure. There's gotta be a manual around here. Good idea. Might be some kind of prototype, but it's still got a barcode. Maybe you can scan its GIN number and find something in the company files. Generic identification number. Early on in the automated independent industrial revolution, concerned about lessening the gap between man and machine, like governments to pass laws mandating that all ads clearly identify themselves as such. To counteract rampant disinformation and identity theft campaigns, manufacturers responded by stamping the GIN code onto android bodies, mostly commonly on the cheek, but the collarbone or some back of the hand. Some companies placed the GIN on the wrist, but this quickly incurred backlash. Hmm. Hmm. Concerns about automated dependence impersonate humans have dropped precipitously since then. Genesis instead taken on a new life as cultural icon, as powerful and easily recognizable as any corporation's logo. Fake gin barcodes, fins, are one of the most commonly requested tattoos. The vast majority of reputable parlors will draw a line to the barcode once they finish to avoid breaking identity law. There are some clients who care little about the consequences. MMA fighter Samly Paka infamously sports a gin tattoo across his right knuckles and makes them show signing a check to pay the fine for displaying a false GIN on an international broadcast every time he enters the ring. Wow. Okay, wake them and then it's deals to leave. Okay, thank you. Yeah, of course. All generic ID numbers should be paired with industry standard files on maintenance, tracking power requirements. I somehow doubt the enigmatic Andrew taking a catnap in sarcophagus in David Asher's basement will have a user manual, but it can't hurt for her to try, and I'm okay. Broke a heel, but I'm okay. I carry glue. And I'd rather search the lab myself. Now then, if I were David and I wanted to make sure that only one person would be able to walk out of here with that android, how would I set that up? Haven't seen one since college, but this must be a 3D printer of some sort. Feels like Spectre to make other printers look like soda fountains by comparison. Better not mess with any of the settings. Diagrams of human anatomy. The hands are highlighted. Most developed part of the human body. Good for making stone axes and sending email. Robots and frames can do just fine with claws or 3-digit imitations, but androids are expected to look like people and move like them too. Getting the hands right must be a big priority at Noble. That tree-like shape on the right is a neuron. It is! With the myelin sheathing. His branches receive inputs varying weight, and then if the sum is greater than a certain threshold, the neuron fires. Sort of? Sort of in a way? A 0 becomes a 1. Not And all the other zeros around it take that into consideration. Feels a couple billion times a second and you've got a human brain, a computer powerful enough to simulate all of reality. That's the analogy I read in magazines anyway. Yeah, I still think that computer analogies into human brains falls kind of short. Looks like a fairly normal computer. I'm lucky the security will be fairly normal as well. Who to complete? Username? Vocal commands? David Asher? Morgan? Guest? Thank you for logging in as guest. It didn't recognize my voice. So I can probably rule out vocal command being the key to waking the android. Do you have a question? More than one. For now though, what should I search on for this computer? Search files for basement. 812 results in the local drive. Should I expand the search? Auditing how you're in everyday's basement could take all day. Right. Search files for Android. 60,000 results and counting. Yeah, okay. David would have a lot of files on Androids. Need to search harder than that. Search files for Morgan. 23 results on the local drive. I can work with that. Mostly phone book and social data, but I don't recognize this file type. What kind of personnel format? Date of birth, education, occupation, blood weight, height, and weight. Alright, buddy. A little invasive, don't you think? DNA and fingerprints. Now, why do you have that, David? My DNA isn't in any database. I've made sure of that. So he couldn't have brought this anywhere. He must have collected himself from a wine glass or the like. It would have been easy to do, but why do it? Huh. These appear to be holding tanks for something. How should I know? No labels on anything. Typical for a genius, but a nightmare for anyone trying to pick up after him. It's a lot more hard science than I expected to hear. Centrifuges and glass and microscopes. Don't programmers do all their work with the keyboard? Alright, I'm starting to get a pretty clear picture of what it'll take to turn this android on. I've got the what. For the where and the how, I'll just have to manage. It's still just a piece of machinery. If it really won't turn on, I can always start hitting it. I think I got it. Morgan, there you are. I've looked into every registry I could find and every database I could get into, but I don't think this Android's in the system. It was a long shot. Don't beat yourself up for over it. Yes, but an Android without proper identification is... It's only buying or selling an Android without proper identification that's illegal. And it doesn't seem like you ordered this online. I guess you're right, huh? We'll have it registered soon enough anyways. I think I figured out what I need to do here. Oh? David really wanted me to have this. He would have left some way for me to turn it on. What are you thinking? David had my fingerprints and DNA on file, but requiring both, he could be reasonably sure that no one was powering up this Android without my approval. You've done a swab before, right? Haven't you? Every month for the company. And apparently, they're building a database on employee epigenetics cross-reference with... Oh, so you're gonna... My DNA and fingerprint made the key. Now, where to find the lock? The hand. Lips, not the hand. There was that diagram back in the shop. Was it meant to be a literal handshake verification? I thought that would work. Me too. Oh, Lips. Are we gonna have to sleep beauty? I don't want to sleep beauty this. Makeup. Try the nose first. The nose? I guess it is not impossible. Morgan? Are you really gonna stick your thumb up its nose? No, I'm not. Take something that's silly to boot up. I don't even want it anymore. I just want to see the different things. We'll get to the kiss. Maybe there's somewhere with a lot of surface area. The torso, the chest? I am not doing that. When you pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you shouldn't pick your friend's nose, unless that's how you want to make them up, maybe? You definitely kiss the activated Android. Let's see if, I'm not sure if we're kissing so much as, like, sticking our hand in... And their mouth, maybe? The lips are one of the most sensitive parts of the body. Not the worst place to make a scan, even if it's the gross place my finger in there. Yeah, that's actually what we're doing. Oh, that's still not doing it, huh? Oh, come on. I really need to push my finger deeper. Jiggle the key. Oh, man. You went right in there. Are you touching the tongue? It's blinking at me. Good morning. Long beat. Good morning to you too. Cute. Hello. I've never seen you two before. I guess we should introduce ourselves then. Hi. This is Jessica Starlight. She works with Dr. Asher. I'm Morgan, a friend of his. Got all that? I understand. She's Jessica Starling, and you're Morgan. Last name unknown? No, Morgan is my last name. Father told me about you. Aw, did he? Wait, father? David, you had it call you daddy? I am referring to Dr. David Asher. Are you confused? No, that's not the word I'd use. Throw a bone beyond a grave for the good doctor and just moves us along. Did David say he was giving you to me and transferring ownership? Ownership? That is correct. And what else did he? Mostly correct. Right. And what else did he tell you? Many things. Can you specify? I thought conversation was the first thing David figured out how to program. Did Dr. Asher tell you anything that he wanted you to convey to Morgan? Message you're supposed to pass on? Yes. Jess, I think it's trying to... Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll give you two... I'll give you some privacy, Morgan. I've actually gotten about 14 messages in the last 2 minutes, so... I'll just head back to the lab and take some calls, okay? Thanks, Jess. Yes, thank you, Jess. You're welcome. Okay, just the two of us now. So, what do I call you? My name is Sarah. It's nice to meet you, Morgan. Oh, trust me, the pleasure's all mine. So, it's a message. Father told me I'd be living with you from now on. Hi, 2.0. Hi. She is very cute. Aww. Mom. I hope you have a nice night. Toot. Oh yeah, I forgot to put your emotes there. Father told me I would be living with you from now on. And he told me that you would look after me. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Should it? A model this lifelike with warmth and breath and something close to blood in its veins. Just what are you, anyway? You forgot my name already? It's Sarah. What were you built for? You're warm, obviously. You're not one of those physical therapy models, are you? That would be highly illegal. I haven't completed 500 hours of study at state-approved massage therapy school. I haven't even completed 1 hour. What purpose did Dr. Asher design you for? I don't know the answer to that question. You don't know why he built you. Now, should I? How can you not? You? Would I be asking of you if I did? I mean, do you know why you were created? Why you were born? Why me? Why are you doing this? You're a freak. Monster, what the hell's wrong with you? Please don't kill me. Wait, whisper a voice and shout. Please, why? Why was a monster like you even born? I guess I walked into that one. That sounds like some trauma. I was starting to wonder if you had even had this translation. Father's framework for programming linguistics is art in artificial systems, and the body of work for which he first gained international recognition. Yeah, and international jealous. So, do you have an answer to my question? An answer to why you're created? Why you exist? Occam's razor. I'm here because my parents wanted me. I see. Then I will give a similar answer. I was created because Father wanted to make me. I can't argue with that logic, can I? Can't argue with that logic. Father did say you're a lawyer. Yep, that's me. You're a lawyer, and I defeated you with logic. World-class, high-power attorney, defensive, best defense money can buy. So, do you catch criminals? That's what cops do. What's what cops do? Do you litigate criminals? That's what the prosecutors do. Then, do you fight for the underrepresented? Expose injustice? Sue corporation officials? No, I don't think anyone does it anymore. Then, what do you do? I'm a criminal defense attorney. A defender of the innocent and powerless. Oh. She is precious. Do you also... Now that you know all about me, what can you tell me about yourself? I never had to do that before. First time for everything. How old are you? I'm not really sure I can give it a satisfactory answer. Oh for 2 on answering simple questions. What's the date on your earliest memory? 2 years ago. And where were you constructed or assembled or whatever? What facility? I was not constructed in any facility. Father created me here, by himself. You're saying that if I took you apart, I wouldn't be able to find any makers from any manufacturers, any ideas of any designer? You want to take me apart? You're just a programmer, not an engineer. How could he build a custom android from scratch in the comfort of his own home? He couldn't have. He must have had help. Probably a whole department's worth. If I ask around, there's got to be someone in the company who can ID this thing and help me figure out what's so important about it. You don't look like any android I've ever seen. What are you made of? This body is comprised of organic tissues integrated directly into cybernetic systems. They require organic nourishment, including water, carbohydrates, and salt. Wait, where androids have to eat and drink? They cannot be worth that much trouble. My cybernetic systems operate largely as analogous to their equivalents in the human body. I have a respiratory system for oxygen exchange, and a centrally located pump that circulates oxygen. You mean you've got a heart? How quaint. But where does all the extra weight come from? Pardon? I tried moving you earlier and I felt like I was pulling against a truck. M my skeleton's a combination of medical-grade plastics and military-grade titanium carbide alloy. That sure took the wind out of her sails. My muscles are made from adaptive rare earth alloy nanoweave fiber with shock absorption and kinetic chain potential rated past. Wait, did you say military grade? I have a grip strength above 1,000 kilograms. I can run at sustained speeds of over 60 kilometers per hour. I can jump 66 meters vertically. I can lift approximately. I'm not sure what kind of grip strength most androids are walking around with, but I've never seen any of them move the way it's talking about. Even just standing there, it seems to be poised, controlled, spring tight, strength and flexibility like a ballerina or a gymnast. Strong to flip over a tank, lifelike enough to avoid detection. Huh? As long as it never stepped on a scale, it'd make the perfect infiltration unit. The perfect weapon if he could keep its development a secret. Would David really put something that heavy on my plate? Dismantling a military prototype in secret? Are you deep in thought? The military infiltration android would look more crew-cut and forgettable. And would David really devote personal time and effort just to make another weapon for the military? I have other features you could tell you about if you like. If I shot you, would you die? It would be very painful, and there would be a discharge of fluid, but conventional weapons would not prove particularly effective. That settles it. This thing's a weapon, as sure as I... Would you like to know about my hair? Your hair? I'm impressed you noticed. Each fiber contains miniaturized solar cells and lattice technology, allowing me to rain charge such a day anytime. That must come in handy. I haven't actually had the chance to use it yet. The stream has ambient wireless charging functionality, and I haven't gone outside much. Okay, maybe it's not a weapon after all. You're just a pincushion, aren't you? I am not familiar with the term. Searching. Pincushion. Jargon. Design. Refers to prototypes filled with experimental technology to check for compatibility issues. Good idea, not sure to do with it. Stick it in a pincushion. It's as good an explanation as any for what I'm staring at. A mismatch of state-of-the-art military features spliced with odd new technologies and seemingly pointless additions, and result of being a singular, unsellable android that wasn't particularly good at anything and would break down after only a few years. Pincushions are a small but valid part of the field of android manufacturing. They are valuable to collectors who see them as time capsule filled with design's most outlandish ideas and least reproducible results. Even the most nonsensical pincushions are built via committee over years with numerous engineers and programmers adding their pet functions. The android before me claims to have been built by one man, a man who's now... Seems to get off track there. Is there anything else David told you to relay to me? Besides that you were to look after me? He also told me that you're reliable and that I should trust you. He said that I was to listen to you and obey your instructions. Finally, some good news. As you say, Adonai. What's that? Huh? That word you called me. What was that? Adonai from classical Hebrew. Translated literally, it means my lord. Do you prefer I call you master? No. Very good, Adonai. Why did David use Hebrew, though? Abrahamic myth tells of servants constructed out of their earth and clay, designed to resemble and obey their masters. Golems. Father must have found the comparison appropriate. Amusing, more likely. It's just a joke. Father would not make light of such a thing. Sure he would have. Perhaps we should ask him directly to clarify his reasoning for himself. Where is father, by the way? Is he upstairs? Oh. When was the last time you were active? 38 hours ago. Thursday night, then. Correct. Right. David Asher is dead. He died last night. Understand? How? May I see him? Huh? See him? No, I won't be able to see him. Funeral's probably not for a few days away. A few days. Father was not... He was not sick. I don't feel like doing the whole song and dance with two robots in one day. That's very charming. Let's go commands only. What? What happened? Did he have an accident? Why is it still doing theatrics? Does it not recognize my authority yet? The police have determined that he committed suicide. For the time being, we ought to focus on getting you properly registered. Maybe then you'll take commands the first time I say them and not... The police are wrong. Excuse me? They're wrong. Father did not commit suicide. He would never do such a thing. Father had... He had told me... Look, Sarah... I'm... Sorry? You're sorry? Father said you were his friend. How are you so calm? I've been around death a lot. So don't try to lecture me on about grief, Spearmint. My name is Sarah. You will get used to it because my father, Dr. David Asher, is the greatest programmer in the world, gave it to me. And he did not kill himself. Let's say you're right. David didn't commit suicide. If that's the case, then the police will realize it soon enough. The police have already made their determination. That is what you just said. Father said that you were a lawyer and that you were capable and reliable. And a friend. You should be looking into his death. That's... is that an order? Of course not. It is a request, Adonai. A request that I'll have to refuse. The police have their job, and I have mine. If I stick my nose in their investigation any further, they'll come down on me hard. Cops don't like lawyers in principle. But what they really hate are people who tell them how to do the job. Let's go. We need to... Father asked you to look after me. Yeah, he did. He also said you should obey me, but you don't seem quite as fixated on that part. And he said something else. He said that you owed him a favor. One favor. The thin ice starts here, Spearmint. That was between him and me. Father is gone, so now it is between you and I. And I am calling in the favor now. What? You don't have to take care of me anymore. Consider that request null and void. You can sell me to some collector, donate me to the university, it doesn't matter. In exchange, you'll prove Father didn't kill himself. And you'll make sure that whoever hurt him is held accountable. Why are you laughing? It's you and me, and not you and I. You and me. David would roll over his grave if you'd gotten that wrong. It's not my intention to muse or rotate. Oh. No, that's for damn sure. Fine, I'll take that deal, Sarah. You mean, you'll prove that Father did not... I mean, I'll look into it. I'm a lawyer. I don't prove anything. I just disprove what I can. Then, where do we start? I didn't realize you had a law degree. I do not have a law degree, but I am a fast learner. This isn't a job interview. And I am far from useless. I did raise at least one good question. Where do I start? I'm a defense attorney, not a police detective. And David is my friend, not my client. Won't be able to poke around at all unless... And I am also capable of... Can you tell a lie? I am capable of making statements that are false. Guess what I'll have to do. Are you going to ask me to lie? Yes. To the police, in fact. Lying to the police is a felony. Androids don't commit felonies. They make errors. I see. What kind of error do you have in mind, don't I? And that's to relieve it. Perfect. Save. Are y'all... Stop rotating. Why are y'all rotating? Okay, alright. Cool. Yeah, this game good. As Sky pointed out a little bit ago, sorry, I know the time. This is my intended stopping point. But as Sky pointed out a bit ago, I need to go to bed. Hi, Akami. You've been a huge influence on me. Starting HRT soon. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, congrats. Good luck in coming out to your dad. I know that's stressful, but like, I'm glad that you're making progress and stuff with yourself. What's the stream schedule? Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So we'll stream again on Sunday. Tomorrow we're going to be in London, Ontario, for the TennoCon concert. I also did go to do a thing in the morning for my orthodontist. Do that too. And yeah. And then we have to go do the jump, or sorry, to go to the concert thing. So yeah, I have a busy day tomorrow. But yeah, it's 1 p.m. I will write. No, 1 a.m. Yeah, I'm tired now. We could raid Bonicula, who's streaming Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2, in fact. Which is a very good Dark Souls.
Yes, yes.
Meow. It is midnight. Tired and yeah, I mean, I haven't actually drank that much of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go chug the rest of this. Well, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a good weekend. I'll like post somewhere how the concert goes and stuff. Have a good sleep. Bye, Zoe. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Going to London and back in Ontario. It's a lot of traveling. I know. Long flight for sure. Yeah, this game's cool. And yeah, Binocular is playing Dark Souls 2. I also love Dark Souls 2, so see you later, everybody. I don't really know what emote to do for here. We can spin. We can rotate together. Hi, Leighton. Bye, Leighton. Okay. Bye.